And we are live here on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicenda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP. And it's been a minute. We had a couple weeks off there as I did some traveling for my sister's wedding. We are back in the saddle this week, having mostly recovered from traveling 3 time zones and then back in the middle of the summer. But we are here to play a game that I've been excited to sit down and play for the last couple months with one of my favorite creators, and that's Diogo Nogueira. We're sitting down to play Primal Quest. Diogo, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you online?
Hey everyone, my name is Diogo Nogueira. I'm a game designer and artist from Brazil. And I create games with streamlined rules and kind of old school like adventure game spirit that challenges the player and gives you just enough tools to get you playing and provides you tools to play this game with minimal preparation and just emergent storytelling. And my latest game is called Primal Quest, which is a weird stone and sorcery adventure game set in like a mythical Stone Age world with cave people, dinosaurs, like prehistoric people, like animal people, and aliens, elder gods. That puts the sword and sorcery, like the pulp fantasy of the 30s and 40s, in like a Stone Age world, and gives you a tool to explore and just play with all this different genre bending stuff you can do with the game.
Awesome. I am super excited to sit down and play with you. I'm also very excited to play with the two amazing beards we have joining us today. You guys got that great 5 o'clock shadow length, but the other two people we're playing with have gone a little bit further into it. Let's start with one of my top 26 favorite Alex Murrays. That's our Alex Murray. Alex, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you online?
Hello, I'm our Alex Murray. I'm a Brooklyn-based actor, comedian, streamer, podcaster, jack of many nonsenses. I'm all over the internet at our Alex Murray. We're on TikTok being dumb, and you can listen to any of the podcasts on the Missing Sock podcast network, and yeah, lots of fun places to listen to me tell fart jokes. And I'm gonna do these dinosaurs are gonna fart. Get ready.
I do know. I believe now. Are you now the editor of the Vintage RPG podcast?
I am. I am the editor of the Vintage RPG podcast.
Working with John Hambo McGuire and Stu Horvath,
making them sound good.
It is really fun. Like it is very. It's very similar to John's style, but even when you started taking over, I was like, man, something sounds a little different. And then like the next week, John was like, oh yeah, I hired Alex to do it, and so I was super thrilled to see that come together in the +1 Discord server. Always love it when creators as well as editors get to make a little bit of money. And great things come out of it. So very cool. Other than that, we've got with us another one of my favorite designers who's here today just to play. We've got Colin here with us, Bioden's Beard. Colin, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online?
Yeah, sure. I'm Colin Swear. I write, illustrate, design TTRPGs. So my most recent release was Runecairn Warden Saga, which is a Norse fantasy Souls-like based on Cairn. And I'm working on We Deal in Lead at the moment, which is a Dark Tower inspired weird Western post-apocalyptic horror fantasy. Awesome. So yeah, having lots of fun making that. And I'm on Twitter at Bioden's Beard RPG.
Yeah, we are very excited to have you back on. Also, we are very excited to have our good friends over at Exalted Funeral who carry Warden Saga, also be carrying Primal Quest. So we are going to be giving away a copy a little bit later. I'm going to try to wrestle with Chatbot a little bit more to see if I can get the giveaways working. Otherwise, we'll just have people type something weird in the chat, and then I'll roll a dice afterwards, which works just about as well. But with that said, we are going to be giving away a copy of Primal Quest here on stream. We'll have another one we're giving away over on social media. Once they get physically in stock over at Exalted Funeral, we'll get those sent out to folks.
I hope I get one.
You hope you get one. Maybe you'll win today.
I forgot to tell, you can find me at Twitter at Diogo_old_school or at Instagram, same tag at Diogo_old_school. Diogo is Diogo.
Awesome. And we always use a couple tools to keep us on track and keep everybody comfortable here on stream. This lines, veils, and the X card, unless the system has a different set of tools in place. Lines are things that may happen in the world of our game but don't happen in the course of our play. They are off limits. Veils are things that may happen in the course of play, but they're handled in a very kind of specific way that might be fade to black, move forward, or some other capacity. Might just be how we confront those things. The X card is the ability for us to pause the game at any point in time, clarify any sort of issue, extract any of the confusion, and move forward in a different direction. You are right, Smago. Diogo is like Frank Beard in ZZ Top, which Frank Beard's name was always the best part of that. Technically, the most beard out of everybody because 100% beard. And then we also have an open door policy that we use, which is the ability for if we need to talk to somebody off screen, if we need to pause, take a break, get up, move around, eat, drink, all those things. Those are all normal human things, and we're all normal-ish humans. So we're going to do those things if we need to. If you need to do those while you're watching, please take care of yourself also, too. With that said, does anybody we have a strong line against sexual violence on the channel. Does anybody have any other lines or veils that they want to add? Or Diogo, is there anything we should be aware of content-wise as we're going into the game?
Well, the adventure premises is that you are becoming members of the tribe of the people of the Mother's Veil, and you're going to a ritual where you drink like a tea made of mushrooms and herbs that have like psychedelic effects in the adventure will happen like as you dream, like a dream crawl in the cave of your ancestors. But there is nothing, as you said, there's nothing sexual about it, nothing about abuse or anything like that. We don't do with that. It's just like a ritual that used to happen with people, like tribal people. That's not uncommon. It's not. That's
Cool.
part of the lore of the game,
Awesome. So mind-altering substances, but other than that, as a way to get in touch with our ancestors, other than that, not any sort of specific things that we need to be worried about. Any other lines or veils anyone wants to add?
Nah.
Cool.
No, I'm good.
All right. With that said, Diogo, I'm going to hand things over to you to take us into the world of Thalia.
Yeah, and if people feel more comfortable that way, just it can be like sorcery too. Like it's a magic tea, and people just have a dream and reveal their destiny and their role in the tribe. That's the purpose of the ritual. So
I'm excited. I thank you for sending these actual magic mushrooms that we're going to eat. On stream.
that was
I'm
the
pumped.
real touch that
Yeah.
and the reality is that you had to get them through customs from
Yeah,
numerous different
that's
countries. That
only
was
for
really
the limited edition. Like we have a limited edition, That's the deluxe edition.
There have been a couple streams where caution warning, I'm about to talk about being intoxicated. Been a couple streams where I like hadn't eaten beforehand, and at the end I have accidentally drank a little bit too much, and I am just like racing to get the stream done because I'm like, holy shit, I do not want to be on air impaired at all. And when I say I mean like very mildly, but I'm very conscious of those types of things. I can't imagine trying to run a stream in any sort of altered state of consciousness or frame of mind.
I will be honest with you. If I'm living in a place that those things were illegal, I would do like a actual play called High Rollers, and we would just play high. Yeah.
I think if it's the conceit,
At our Alex
great.
Murray, whenever you need me for that.
Yeah, I think if it's the conceit, if everybody's bought in, that's 100% fine. As the person who has to look at four things at the same time, I can't even imagine.
There is a podcast called Weed and D. If you want to look for it, it's like for people to play D&D on Weed. So
there we go.
That's something that exists.
There we go. All right, we'll keep on talking about this as it goes.
I love it.
Yeah,
let's go.
But Diogo, I'm just going to hand things over to you to take us in.
So we're going to play the introductory adventure that's called The Cave of Our People. That's an adventure for Primal Quest. It's available and also will be available in print on Exalted Funeral. And it's an adventure that introduces people to the tribe of the people, the mother people that lives in the basic setting of the game. So the idea is that this tribe of people, they are welcoming to many different people from many different even species or genders and cultures, because they were people that were exiled from other societies, and they built a community there, and so they welcome. So in the tribe, in my campaign that I'm playing, we have humans, we have bird people, we have people from different genders, trans men and trans women, and agender people, and even older people join the tribe later because they come from somewhere else and they find a new place and they can contribute. So your characters doesn't necessarily have to be like young people going through a rite of passage. It can be like any kind of character from any way you can imagine, and it's going through this ritual to find their place in the tribe. So that's the purpose. You imbibe this substance that's magical, and you have dreams, and you see the path that's before you, and that's who impact the campaign. That's the idea, right? We present some of the ideas of the setting through an adventure, and you play through it, and then you tell a story too, because at the end of the adventure, the purpose is for the people that go through it make a cave painting on the walls of their ancestral caves to tell their vision for the tribe, Cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that has come out as you've been exploring this, and I'm super excited to see to get a chance to sit down and actually play through it. So
Awesome.
And we're going to play with optional rules that will come for the first issue of the zine, Primal World of Thalia. That it's like a drink funnel. We'll begin the game with blank character sheets, and each room, each scene and encounter we have, you'll be able to fill one piece of your character sheet, creating tags or determining your attributes, and with that, your derived stats. Because it's like a journey of self-discovery. So you're having this magical dream, and you're discovering your home into the tribe. So that's why
Awesome.
you create it as you play. Sounds good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, really
Okay.
good.
So that's how the game started. We are in this ancient cave that we're living in this vale, atop of like a plateau. So we have like a nearby lake. It's the village of Lakit. I don't know if you can show the map that we have on the
What page
on
is
the
it on?
game. On Primal Quest Essentials, there is like
The hex map?
Yeah, a hex map.
I got it. Boom. It's up.
And yeah, that's the place we live in, and the village we begin playing near the cave of our people. It's like the center, the number one there. It's called Lakit, if I'm not mistaken. And that's where you are, and go to this ancient cave. It's very long, but at the end, there's just one large, like, natural cavern. There's some paintings of visions of past people, and there's like a small pit where a fire is lit. And the shaman, the elder shaman of the tribe called Brickla, is preparing something like in a bowl, and just crushing herbs and mushrooms there. And she says to you, "Welcome, brothers, sisters, and everyone that wants to join our people. Today, you're going to go through a journey that reveal your role in this new world that is changing, and what path you choose to follow will determine what path our tribe will follow. So please join me and join our ancestors in this ritual that has been happening for thousands of years." And she offers you like a small bowl, and you drink it. I don't know how enthusiastically or not.
Yeah, I've been expecting this. It's been like built up, looking forward to it, and so I drink from the bowl eagerly to see what my fate is.
I think my character has been told that this is a really painful process, so they're like clenched to the gills as they drink it. It's fine. It's not. His mentor was just gaslighting him the entire time about it.
Yeah, I think I actually, you know what? As excited as Alex was about all of this, I think my character is a little reticent. Just this is he doesn't know these people. He's an outsider. He's been looking
No.
for somewhere to go.
The idea is that you have been living with the tribe for like a couple of weeks, just to know if that's where you want to, if you really want to join, because people can leave,
Yeah, absolutely. I think just hesitant a little bit. Just give myself a point of something to work against here.
If you want, you can determine some aspect of your character in statistic. I don't know if you consider character sheets, if you only can show them. Basically, in Primal Quest, you have 3 core attributes, which is body, mind, and heart. And body would be like your physical capabilities, agility, and strength, and constitution. It's easier to understand like in D&D terms or something. And mind would be like your memory, your perception. Sometimes you're ready to understand something that's not normal to you. And heart would be like your willpower, your charisma, your empathy with others, or to realize, or even how you connect to like more primal energies of the world. And then you have what we call tags, which is very similar to fate aspects or traits in other games. They're basically narrative, quick descriptions of important aspects of your character. In this game, you have like a concept, which basically says who your character are, and it could be something like couriers, hunter from the north, from the cold north, for example, or something similar like a young shaman apprentice, a hopeful young. You can put more than one words into and have some characteristics of your character, also their occupation and some aspiration for them. And then you have a motivation tag which says something that your character, what motivates your character, what they seek. Do they seek, maybe glory or wisdom, or maybe they want to find their lost one, their loved ones. You have a talent tag, which is like something cool your character can do that most other people can't. Maybe he has like a cultural awareness, or a quick reflex, or like strong like a bear, or like agile as a panther or something. And you also have a relationship with something like, maybe you can say, another character, I owe my life to someone else, and then you do things with them. You get bonuses, because these tags, they not only define your character and can also work as world building, because you can say you're from some place and then this place now exists in the game. But it also helps you mechanically, because they give you extra dice. So basically, these are the things, and you also have a problem, so you can define. Maybe you have a limp, or maybe you owe favors to someone, or maybe you're hunted by some creature. Maybe you're cursed with something. You can create this. This is a classless game, so everybody can cast spells if they have the arcane focuses for it. But if you have an aspect that will help with you get bonus to do that. And that's basically a very open game system in this way.
Cool. I know you are a very talented artist, Diogo, but you also worked with a lot of people on this. We've got a lot of comments about both the hex map and the character sheet. You want to shout out the artist for those?
Oh yeah, of course. The hex map is by the amazing Fernando Salvaterra, and the original map is by me. I even have it here, like in a notebook, and he made the color rendering of it.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been creating like all sorts of stuff for the game in this notebook. I detail mini hacks with like small adventures and stuff, and
Wow.
this will become adventures afterwards. But yeah,
Very cool.
the original map is mine, and Fernando Salvaterra made this beautiful rendering, and he's an incredible cartographer, both for like dungeon maps and hex maps, and you should check his work.
He's going to be doing the hexes for Through the Void.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, very excited to be working with him.
Nice.
And the character sheet is by Nicope O Art. His actual name is Francesco something. I have to check on Instagram because on his Twitter he doesn't have his name. So
Yeah, no,
It's so easy, like working with people over the internet. to
Yeah.
just
yeah,
be
it's
like, yeah, it-
sometimes hard. Yeah,
I have in my mind. I know how I say their name.
Francesco
Yeah.
Zanieri.
or like
It's
you only
Nicope
know
O Art,
somebody
yeah.
as like drawer guy,
Yeah.
49. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his work is fantastic. He has done character sheets for Mana Rat, the Lilliput. I don't know how to say the name of the game.
Lilliputian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic like sea adventure game. It's like, with mouse rats, and he has done other fantastic thing for Heartseeker. It was the one I saw that I had to make a character sheet with him.
Yeah.
His illustration is fantastic too.
All right. So we've got the 3 stats. We've got a lot of tags. We've got equipment space.
Yeah,
and some other
equipment.
stuff.
If you want to find something in the game, in this cave you have the fire pit, the shaman. You have some stuff scattered around, like some stone tipped spears and like some animal hides. They're laying around the ground because sometimes you will drink this tea and then you go to sleep, and in your dreams they put stuff there to accompany you in your dreams, you know. So
Right.
if you want to find something, we will do what we call like a luck test, and whatever you get, it's like that many items you found, you know.
Cool. Awesome. Let's do it.
I want to look for some stuff.
Okay, so basically a luck test, it's you get a basic roll. If you have some like, you could define a tag. Your talent is that I'm a very lucky person, so you would get a bonus for that, like a positive die. But if you don't have anything that could affect you, a curse or a blessing or something, you basically roll a positive die and a negative die. And this game only uses d6s, so you always roll one positive and one negative die. So different color d6s, and you subtract one, the negative from the positive, and you have what we call the result. You know.
Cool.
Okay. Well, if we want to look around for
Hold on. Are we in dream state right now? What are we doing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You're starting to drink it, and maybe you want to just hold to something for this to go with you in your dream state, you know.
Awesome. So that we can grab onto nearby
Yeah.
to make us feel better about ourselves. Awesome. I love that. All right. I got -2.
So you can get two things, but they're kind of broken, you know. They're not really entirely
Love it.
usable. So maybe you have like a broken spear, so you can use it as a dagger at least. So you define two things that are broken that you have, and maybe you can figure out how to use it in the adventure.
I got -1, but
So you
but,
find one
but the
broken
negative
thing.
was a 6, which is like a badness crit, right?
Oh yeah, you get like a setback, which I mean,
You get a cursed item right
I
off.
mean,
yeah,
I'm
doesn't
looking around
necessarily
for an
have to use
arcane
it.
focus, so maybe it's bad.
Sure, yeah, maybe you get an arcane focus, and it's kind of dented, but it's kind of tainted with some dark spirit, and you can use it, but you get a negative die to use it, and if you trigger something,
Okay.
you know, that spirit manifests.
I must say I found like a little statue. Oh.
Okay. One cool thing about the magic system, like your arcane focus, you can define a word that it's linked to. So if you define fire, you can create effects linked to fire. If you define like mirror, you can create effects linked to mirrors. So you find a statue. What would be like the magic word it's linked to?
Okay. I think Earth. Is that like
Sure.
so? Yeah, it would be Earth. In my head, I was like a Earth sort of mother. You know, very
Perfect. Yeah.
traditional.
So
Like,
yeah,
statue. Maybe it's missing an
yeah.
arm.
Sure. So you can create effects with Earth, and the magic system's kind of open. So as you want to define the magic you want to effect you want to produce, I will say to you that this is this kind of effect because you have 4 levels of magic. One's like a cantrip, doesn't have like a real mechanical impact, so it's kind of easy, but you still have a make a test because magic is not superfluous. You're dealing with energies that are not natural, you know. And the first one is like something that you could do with a tool or a really good equipment. So fire arrow, like a magic
Magically
arrow.
dust my bureau.
Yeah. Level 2 would take a ritual, which would be something that would need advanced technology or a lot of people. So maybe like raise a whole building or a cavern or cause a cave in. That would be a level 2. And level 3 would be something really far advanced, and maybe even teleport or something would be level 3, and this taking like hours or something to do, you know. But the thing is about magic in this game, it's really early in the game you can make really powerful effects, but they're difficult to cast and they take time. So magic is very powerful, flexible, but it's costly and dangerous. So
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, really cool.
Also, Diogo, everybody wants to buy a copy of your notebook with your notes in it. In the chat.
Yeah, it's notebook goals, definitely.
what I'm planning to do with this is I'm going to scan it, what I have so far, and put in each for like this is like a Ascan edition, so I'll be adding stuff as I go.
Love
So
it.
if you buy early, you pay like $5. So, but when I'm finished, it would be like, I don't know, 15 or something of all the handwritten stuff. So far, I have like I think the main map in like 6 locations. So
Awesome.
I don't know.
Also, if you joined us late or you're watching on another platform, because I'm not using the bot to do this, and you type in "get primal!" Only do this one time. Don't do this multiple times. You get entered into a chance to win a free print copy of the game from Exalted Funeral when it goes to print. Well, it's at the printer right now when it's in stock. So type that in if you want to. One entry per person.
Can I offer an additional copy so we give away 2?
I mean, I'll just tell Jarrett we need another copy. That's fine. We can
so 2 people can win. I don't know.
We'll give away 2 copies because I'll just be like Diogo said we're gonna do an extra one this time, and so
they can take out of my paycheck.
Your paycheck. Oh, Colin just entered. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, can we? I was gonna, but now I'm. Okay,
oh, y'all can
cool.
enter. Yeah, I don't. I have entered once on stream. I've never won on stream. But sometimes on Funeral Fridays when Exalted Funerals give and stuff, I'll enter too.
I'm writing crap in the YouTube comment. I'm probably not even.
It's fine.
No.
YouTube or wherever. It's all good. It's all good. So, you did it as 2 words, Alex. Your entry doesn't count. So.
Oh no.
All right. So, Colin, did you want to try to get some broken items also?
Yeah. So I rolled a -2.
You find 2 broken things.
So I was thinking, I was looking around for like a stone hammer, and maybe like if
find
there's
only the heads, I don't know,
just
like
only the head.
A big rock.
All right. And I was looking for some like dried fish as well, just because I think I was a fisherman. So that's my comfort area, is handling fish.
Yeah, okay. You find, because like it is really near a lake, so it's really kind of a fisherman village too. So yeah, you find some fish there, but they're not the freshest, you know.
Some rotting fish.
Yum.
Yeah, it's not rotting yet, but it's, you know, you have a stomach ache. You know, if you eat that.
It's really funny because the character talent I want is just I can eat anything.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, that would be like if you have to make a body test to avoid like feeling ill, you get like a positive die.
Yeah.
An extra one.
All iron guts.
Cool. So you get these items and then hold on to them, and you start feeling this a funny sensation on your teeth, and you start feeling a little drowsy, and all of a sudden, when you open your eyes again, colors are much more vivid, you know, and even the paintings on the walls that people had done before, they seem to have like a slightly movement, and we're not looking directly at them. And on the walls that have no passage before, to your left and to your right, you see these cave openings, like these caves that go further into the hill that wasn't there before. And to your left, you see like drawings of things that, as you remember, the history of the tribe that you Birkin have told you, like a symbol of a drawing, like a big gorilla with like a crown, and various people like humans and other people from Thalia just running from this giant king gorilla or something, and
a Kong,
then,
if you will.
And yeah. And then like the landscape of places that the tribe has passed before, like the mountains and the islands, and then finally arriving on the veil of the mother veil and the tree, you know. And to the right side, like the cave paintings, the cave open, and you see paintings of something like a falling star and the same mother tree, but now the tree without any fruits or any leaves, and some kind of a skull with some crystal crashing into it. And the paintings of various stories that have happened before. People arriving at Thalia, the many people, different tribes joining in the Vale, but that's on the center wall of the room. I don't know if, maybe I can take a screenshot of the.
If you is it in the current version of the adventure?
Yeah, that would be room number 1.
Yeah, I'll hop over and I'll grab that real quick so folks can see it.
I can take try to take this screenshot. I can
pay with PayPal because apparently I haven't gotten it yet.
I put it on Discord, but
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, that's a central cave where you wake up and there's the fire there. Brooklyn is not there anymore. The paintings on the walls are kind of vivid, and there's passage to the left and to the right. And to the left, they have this image that remit to the past of the tribe, the Simeon emperor, and their journey until they arrive to the mother tree. And to the right, they see some drawings, things that you don't know exactly what they mean, but a falling star, the mother tree, but without the fruits and the leaves, and some kind of skull with a crystal stuck in it.
Okay.
So are there 2 paths to choose from? Like to
Yeah.
to the left and to the right?
Yeah. And there's the way you came in, like outside of the cave.
Well, I just leave.
Just leave.
I
Nope.
appreciate the freedom, but that's not a choice my character is going to make.
You all meet in a tavern. My character goes home and goes to bed. No adventures.
Yeah, I mean, Bricla said that the cave will show itself to you when you see a path and you see
Cool.
your destiny.
Awesome.
Okay. And we all entered into this ritual together, right? The 3 of us are characters. It's
together.
so weird.
Beautiful.
It's so weird to be in the middle of an adventure and have nothing on my character sheet.
Yeah,
other
I mean,
than
you're like
statue.
self-discovery. You have.
Yeah.
I said you can define one aspect of your character. You can define an attribute. You can define a tag.
Sure.
I love it.
So each room you enter, you can define something. So
Okay.
you can define something and choose a path for you to follow, or you can approach one of the passages and see if you can smell something, because you're in this main cave. You can smell like the burning fire of the pit, and you sense. Oh, you get one extra tag because of the effects of the things you imbibe. So you have augmented senses. So every one of you gets like a free tag for now called augmented senses.
Excellent. We're min-maxing our way through Primal Quest.
I think my character is drawn towards the royal ape painting. I guess, can I reach my senses out down that hall and just sort of
you walk a little bit towards the left passage, and as you approach, you can hear like the low sounds of like rhythmic drums, like in the distance, and the sounds of like that remember you the jungle that's south of the village of Lakit where you live, like the deep green jungle that the people say that a long time ago, from way down south, deep with the heart of the deep green jungle, your people lived under the rule of the Simeon Empire, and you escape it, and you came to the Vale, and leave it there after the fall of the Empire. Because like the last great civilization that was in Thalia was an empire of simian people, apes and gorillas and monkeys and.
Awesome. I mean, I think if I see Alex's character going that way, like I think my character is like just kind of assumes like naturally like this is the flow of where we're supposed to go and heads over that way also too.
I think the crowned ape frightens me, so and I'm usually one to run from danger, so I think I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Cool. I'll split the party in the first room.
Right off the bat.
Everybody go trip balls by themselves.
Never mind. I am going out. I'm leaving the.
I think that's fine with me. I think I can respond to the energy of the group. I'm trying to sort of be with people. So I just listened, and if your Colin's headed the other way, then I wasn't running off, just sort of observing.
I'm also a bit of a coward, so like it's torn between running from the ape or running from the image of the ape and like being on my own in a strange cave.
Sure.
Did you define anything about your characters, like an attribute or a tag? Or
I didn't, other than I can eat anything. That's the only thing I defined. I'm gonna call that I rather than being a concept, because I don't really think it is. I think I'm gonna call that a talent.
Yeah, that's a good talent.
I think for me I've defined that concept is that my character is like an apprentice shaman, like wants to work magics, and I think so he's drawn towards the drums. This sounds like a ritual. This sounds like power that's being like manifested, made, and that's why he was going for the statue as well. So yeah, that's the pull for me is towards the like pounding rhythm of the jungle.
Okay, so you want to put that on your concept, like
it's there, baby. Apprentice shaman.
Cool.
I think I think I'm like a river person, or like used to living by the river, living on the river, but also like use the river to determine what I should do, or like read my fate in the river, like the swirls on the banks and what's washed up on the shores. So I think river, like the river is one of my core components.
So how do you want to put that? Do you want to put that like in a relationship, or like the river is my guide or something like that, or do you want to put that as a talent for maybe
you are a guide for the
river sorcery? I don't know.
Yeah, I think a talent of river sorcery, like reading from the river and like using the river as a magical focus, or like to read what's coming.
Okay, that's cool. I haven't seen that yet, so cool. So you want to split, so half of you will go to the left towards the drums, and Colin.
We don't have to split.
I think we actually kind of like my character was like, oh, we're going this way, and then Alex's character swerved back the other direction.
Well, I didn't swerve. Let's say, like I said, I just like turned and like gestured at I can't. Yeah. I wanted to be like I just went to like physically describe, because we don't know. I was about to say the guy with the
about your character. Like you can choose a stat per room, but you can define already your name, or maybe your appearance, or something more about your character. You can talk more about them, who they are.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess our characters maybe haven't, like, we've been around each other but haven't necessarily.
Yeah, you know what, at least,
best way to get to know a couple other people. Just go on a vision quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think it's also fine right now to functionally call each other by what we know about the other person.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
like, if it's like
Scared guy.
river person, like
Yeah.
stone guts,
River
you
Witch.
know,
I don't know. River
Stone
Wizard.
guts.
I don't know.
river weaver, stone guts, and young
Statue-
sorcerer.
Statue haver, yeah. um,
Iron Stomach now. Stone Stomach.
Stone stomach. Yeah, I mean that's, yeah, not a bad name.
Yeah, stone guts just following everybody around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I turn right and I see River Weaver over here like shying away, and I think I'm gonna beckon. Like I see you heading off, and I will say that my character is, I think, young, and like fidgety and like very grounded, like in his feet, but like jerk. He moves with purpose and intensity, and so I just like hold out a hand and like look, and then just like a good like, come on, this is clearly the way to go.
Okay, yeah, I'll turn back. I think the image I had in my head of River Weaver is like long hair, long beard, but also like missing an arm, like
Okay.
yeah, like one armed, missing a left arm. So I'll turn and see you beckon.
One armed, long hair, scaredy river, magic weaver. One armed, long haired, scared.
The southerner in me absolutely hopes this is a catfishing accident gone awry. Like,
Yes, a noodler.
Yeah,
you were noodling and noodled the wrong thing.
I think I definitely would have lost it in some kind of animal accident,
Yeah.
kind of wild beast.
Giant primal catfish. Oh, crazy people.
So I think. So are we heading towards the giant ape?
The right.
then?
Yeah,
Passage to the right, right?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I'll
we're-
follow.
Okay. As you move towards the cave passage to your right, it opens a little bit slightly. It's kind of narrow until it starts opening again in this another big natural cave, and you start hearing this sluggish sound, like something like a ooze or like a pudding or something moving slowly. But you see like these small apertures in the ceiling of the cavern. You see what seems to be a great ravine in separating the room in two. Would be room number 3. Let me.
I got it.
You got it.
You're all good. I'm on it.
Okay, so you see this huge tree that really looks like the mother tree that the people of the Vale worships as a goddess that brings life and gives these magical fruits from time to time that can heal diseases or even sometimes bring people back that have recent deceased. And there is this dark ooze just flowing from the ravine upwards and towards the mother tree, and just climbing its trunk and entering like these cracks that appeared in its trunk. And the tree, it's kind of grayish and losing its color and losing its leaves, and you don't see much further on the other side of the ravine, but you can see there is this dark ooze flowing from the other side of the ravine into the ravine and up towards the tree, and the mother tree that you can see inside this cave somehow. But the mother tree isn't inside a cave. It's in the deep green jungle southeast of where you are now.
Excellent. I was made for a moment like this. I'm gonna
And you see the
You
cave.
could eat it.
How could I not? We know one thing about my character.
Yeah,
He
sure.
can eat anything. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up towards the mother tree and put my hand, or this version of the mother tree. Walk up and put my hand on its trunk, and then lean in and just like lick some of this black ooze that's swirling up the side of it. Get a taste for it.
As you approach the mother tree, you see that beyond it, the cave continues. There's like a passage going north in the other direction, And as you approach, but you continue to approach the tree, I believe, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I'm honed in. Like, I don't know what this is, but I know I've got to taste it.
You've gone from in my character.
I also want to point out I have
monster.
characters. I have had characters die 3 times on stream from sticking stuff in their mouth.
So you go towards the mother tree, and as you get close to it, you see this dark ooze. It's flowing. It's kind of alive, and it forms like pseudopods, and it's trying to get near you. As you approach it, the thing starts trying to get near you.
Even easier. I'm just going to give it a big old whiff. I'm going to just start inhaling, see what it smells like.
It smells like something's burning, like sulfur and burning oil.
Smoky.
Somehow.
Smoky.
And you start feeling it's very hot.
It's
as you approach it, you feel its warmth.
I'm gonna. Can I get next to the tree?
Yeah, sure.
Can I peel a little bit of bark off the tree?
Yeah, you have like a broken spear set, or what idioms did you
I have
find?
a broken stone rod, but I would love to get a little piece of bark off the tree. Would be my goal.
Sure, yeah. It's the tree. You see, it's not healthy, so part of the bark is like coming out anyway.
I'm gonna dip it in this black stuff like a chip, and then take a bite, like just drop the whole thing in my mouth.
As you get this piece in, and you try to put it on the. Dip it on the dark ooze. The ooze tries to grab your hand. Are you gonna let it, or?
I'm gonna try to not let it, but if it does, like, here's the options. Like, I'm happy to make a roll to try to get out of the way, but I want to dip it. And here's the deal: either I'm gonna dip it in and then stick that thing in my mouth, or if it gets on my hand, I'm just gonna stick my whole hand in my mouth. Like, that's the difference right there.
Okay,
like
so make it.
That's how Tashiar died, man.
Would it be like a defense test? But did you find any piece of armor when you found the broken things, or not?
I have a snapped tooth necklace, and I have a broken stone rod. Oh no, wait, I don't have a broken stone rod. I have a crumbled piece of slag. That's what I have. So nothing that helps. In this
so just
situation.
make like a normal test with a positive and negative die, but you get one extra positive die because the ooze is kind of slow,
Oh, awesome. So in that case, I have a +7.
No, you just take you take the highest of your
highest
die
one
and the highest of your negative, unless you roll 6. And if you roll 6, we'll discuss what this means.
I did roll a 6.
Okay, so if you roll a 6 on a negative die, that's a setback. If it's a positive die, that's a boom.
It was a positive die.
Okay. If it's a positive die, you can get like an extra effect or something extra positive consequence, or you can add another positive die to the result, or another one of your stats to the result if you justify it narratively.
I rolled a 6. I'm already 5 up on it, so I think I'll take a positive effect. I don't know what I want that to be yet. So
it's delicious.
Let's talk through what happens as I eat this ooze.
Well,
And
you can get it as easily. You just avoid it, but you get a good amount of it.
Sure, I get a good amount of this horrible stuff on my bark chip that I'm about to eat. Absolutely.
Well, one of the positives that I can say, you can already smell it's really bad, and you already feel like something in your throat, like the gag reflex, or no. Well, I
don't have a gag reflex because I can eat anything.
But it's not gonna taste well.
It's
not.
I think my character approaches everything as kind of a broad palette.
Okay.
And so, like, I know most people wouldn't think this. And maybe that's the effect. Maybe that's the extra effect. Like,
Okay.
I know everybody else would think about how horrible this is. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
you don't.
I'm just
Okay.
like, oh, this is a great smoky flavor to it. I really love the kind of petrol edge this has to it. I like the way that I'm already intoxicated, but that still is making me feel a little woozy. It's a very good kind of boozy note to it. My character is taking this in as a total gourmand. It is able
Okay.
to palate whatever this is.
Okay,
You're
put it
just
in your
gathering
mouth.
information.
And it's super hot and it's burning you. And
Spicy.
you have to make would be like a body test with difficulty of 5.
Okay.
But since you entered another room, you can all define another aspect of your character or an attribute. So you have to make a body test. I don't know if you want to define your body or not, but it's difficult 5, and for however you fail, it's how much damage.
Okay, so let's talk about body characteristics then. So
Yeah.
we've got our 3 stats. All I have written down on my character sheet is some equipment, augmented senses, and can't eat anything.
Yeah, you get an extra positive die on this test because of your
right. Yeah. And so that got us to. So for body, mind, and heart, what are those stats look like?
Oh yeah, you have 3 points to distribute between body, mind, and heart. Average score is 0, and you can decrease one of them to -1 to have a 4th point to distribute among the other 2 if you prefer.
I think given the nature of my character, what we've described so far, I'm gonna put 2 in body.
All body, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 in body, 1 in heart. One to represent internal fortitude.
It's 1 stat per room, so you define just one of them, either body, heart, or mind.
Gotcha.
And you record what you have, and next room you can define another stat.
Awesome.
I'm
gonna go 1 in body right now.
I think I'm gonna give myself 2 to mind as I stand and watch this, knowing that this is a really stupid thing to do, to go and eat the clearly evil ooze. Yeah.
I got a little bark chip mixed in there from the mother tree. It's fine.
Sure, man. Hey.
So I'm gonna make a body test. So I think my character is like has like, if they haven't eaten in a while, which nobody has seen because he's always eaten recently, whether it was food or not is a great question. Like, he's got a pot belly, but other than that is a fairly slim person. So like, very much like the belly pops out because it's always got just weird stuff rolling around in there. And so, but other than that, like, just about normal proportions, very, very average, other than very evident pot belly.
Yeah.
Long shaggy hair.
Well, as I said, the average is 0, so you have +1, so you have some muscles, you know.
Some muscle, but like, I think most of that muscle is like that abdominal reality that we see is a mix of like actual muscle doing the work.
Yeah.
So it's not like spread out around his body. It's just
You have a pot belly, but it's all abs.
It's all abs. Yeah, it's an ab. It's like, some people are barrel chested. I'm barrel stomached. And so,
Cool.
So I think I'm making a check on this, right?
Yeah.
And so I've got dice, positive dice, and then I get another one. Correct, is what we said.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a 4 is the difference between those things.
So +4?
It's a positive
Because
4, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the difficulty is 5, so you get 1 point of damage as it's burning in your tongue. So you can decide if you want to spit it out or swallow it, or
now it's going down, baby. I'm gonna swallow it.
Okay.
How do we determine our vitality?
It's 10 plus your body.
10 plus. So I'm at least at 11 right now. So I'm gonna go down 1 point.
Yeah.
Look, I licked an evil figurine one time, and my tongue ripped off, and I died in a Merkborg adventure. So I mean, that's 1 point of damage is nothing. Like you just see me like kind of chewing on it, like doing like the whole because it's hot thing, and then I swallow this ooze down.
Okay. As you swallow it down, it goes burning through your throat, but once it gets to your stomach, it kind of stops.
Yeah, it does.
For now, at least.
Excellent. That was a great. It was
take
great
one more
eating of
damage.
that.
One more point of
I'll
damage.
take one more damage. That's great. That was a great eating of flaming hot ooze. I just turn around. I go, it's hot.
How does it taste?
Smoky, bit of a boozy note to it. Slightly artificial. I don't know what artificial means because but I imagine in the future we will.
Processed, if that makes any sense.
We're discovering culture right now.
Sure.
But I mean, like you probably wouldn't like it, but you know, if you
No,
haven't developed,
I'm good.
if you've eaten enough things, all things start to taste better.
Sure. Fish are probably okay for me. I would like to. Is there a way to like see if is the tree alive or does it look dead?
It looks it's dying. Even the smells of the flower, the tree itself, it's like it's toned down and it's like see the smell of fruit it's starting to rot. It's kind of too sweet, but it's even that it's like toned down, you know. It's losing color. It's kind of grayish. The leaves that would be really more green, almost sometimes to the yellow. You know, it's more green towards the blue and even toned down to the gray. And the fruits that it would give the tree, like different fruits, they're all like shrunken and grayish and on the floor.
Can I try to drive the ooze back? Or try to do some magic?
There's like a lot. Yeah, you can try. There's a lot of ooze going towards the tree.
Okay.
But with magic, maybe you can. But remember, that's like a. If depends on the effect, it's gonna be like a ritual.
Yeah, I don't think we have 6 hours, right, for me to like really sit down.
6 hours would be like something really big effect. So maybe to push everything that's on the tree right now would be something probably like a half an hour of a ritual or something.
Okay. Well, we're in dream space time anyway. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Retcon. So the shaman says the ritual would take what would be like a quarter of a day or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a few hours.
Like okay.
6 hours or something.
Yeah, that's about right for hallucinogenics. Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't need to try and save the tree. Man, we're tripping balls. The tree's dying.
Yeah, you know that's not the real tree.
I know it's not the real. So like
the real tree, maybe like when you got there like 2 weeks ago in the middle of the first week, you went to the south, you saw the tree. The tree's there, you know.
Okay.
As far as you know, the tree's there, not here.
Sure. All right. I have to find the thing about my body, or my mind rather, in this room. So I think that's it for this room. I think I'm gonna just in my head again mentally go like, all right, something is affecting the power from where our god. Noted.
Yeah, it probably has some meaning, but it has some meaning, but you just know it's not.
And it has some taste.
Real.
So
yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it smells, as I said, as sulfur or something. Burning.
No, young magic does not go about licking things.
And you know, there's a passage behind the tree. The caverns continue going up, and there's the ravine. There's the other side of the ravine where this dark use is coming from.
Oh, is there anything? Does it look like there's anything over there?
I
want to jump it.
It's kind of you can jump it. It's kind of dark.
I like how you're like, my character knows that eating that stuff is dumb, but then you're like, but I'm gonna
jump over
this
there.
ravine.
Okay, in my head, we're looking for the source of it. If I can understand maybe where the source of the evil is coming from, this is something that would be good to know.
Sure.
Also, Alex wants to do a stunt.
You want to know the source of evil. I want to know the taste of evil.
Yeah, there you go. I want to know the source of evil.
River Weaver's like, I don't need any evil.
Yeah, I don't need anything to do with evil. Keep it away from me.
Do I need to do a test of some sort to leap this?
You want to run and jump, or want to just go a little bit? Because as you approach the ravine, you see the oozes flowing.
Yeah,
practically in the midpoints. But if you go to the extremities, you can just climb a little bit down and climb a little bit up and go to the other side without needing to make a test. But if you want to just jump to the other side, that would require a test.
I'll go down then. I'll go down and scrabble over and scrabble up.
Okay.
It's just how deep is the ravine? It's just like
about, well, I have to say in feet, so about 20 feet.
Down?
Yeah.
How far across?
About
a good jump.
Yeah, a good jump would get you to the other side. Yeah.
Ha! I got a +1.
Do you have anything for body?
I mean, not yet. I was gonna give myself a +1 later, but I have this is the brain room. This is clearly me using my.
Did you get a running start, right? So you get one extra positive die and just run.
Yeah, he's
I love how Diogo's just doing anything he can to keep our characters alive through this.
I got a +1.
Well, a +1.
It's like a mild success. Okay.
Yeah, it's a mild success, like just barely. And you get to the other side and just scabber a little bit, and one of your items just falls.
Okay, well there goes the statue, which was the only thing I had. I'm not naked, but I've got on like a loincloth.
You can climb down if you want.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll get that maybe on the way back.
Get your cursed arcane focus back.
Listen, man, it's
we
not
just have
nothing.
To make like a luck roll to see if it fell into the
Sure.
ooze or sound.
Sure. Do you want me to do that now? I can go ahead and make a luck roll and see if there's what's a luck roll, or is it still a positive and negative dice?
Just the base test with no modifiers, unless you have anything to.
Please positive. Nope, it's gone.
No,
it's so gone.
It's in the ooze. The ooze. So
it's a -4 and the negative die is a 6. So there's no way.
Like the earth shakes mildly as the ooze takes it away.
Yeah, I have nothing, but I'm over there now. Can I see where the ooze is coming from at all?
Yeah, there's like a crack in the wall, like into the ground.
Okay.
And there's like this really like a bubble of this ooze just flowing from there.
Just a ooze spring.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to scrabble down, come back over, and sort of, I don't know, rejoin my party. I have seen all I needed to see. It is coming out of the earth. There's not like a little man over there making it or anything.
Just digging it out.
You never know, man. Sometimes there's the tiny ooze god in the crack, man. There's tripping balls. I don't know what's happening.
I'll look at the other two and say, like, there's some sickness in the earth. This isn't natural. The river does not bring this.
No, the earth does not make it either. Something is invaded.
Also, I'll throw it out there. It tasted fine for me, but I don't think y'all would like it.
I mean, it tasted okay, but you look like it. It looked like it sapped about 1 vitality from you as you ate it.
Yeah.
It was closer to 2. That's normal. I mean, I've eaten things that have almost killed
Yeah,
me.
his mouth is
Listen,
very
man versus ooze.
had probably, because it burned and
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not quite as willy-nilly with my life force. Onward, deeper, in
Where do
search
you-
of the sickness.
yeah.
Don't you have to make a test to jump back over?
No, I scrabbled
I'm
down.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just kidding.
trouble now. Yeah.
I was showing off and then humiliated with no talisman. I do have nothing now. I would like to say that too. My character is like lean and not jacked but like fit and wearing like a diesel loincloth, right? Just some like hides or whatever, and like long hair. That's it.
Okay.
And now I have nothing. So I am very like, I think he wanted to come to the ritual like fully open.
Of course, yeah. As you are climbing up from the crevice, you see the tree from below, and make a mind test for me.
Okay. So I've got a +2.
see
Is that to in
Yeah,
my
+2. Yeah,
is that
you,
2 more dice?
no, you add 2 to the end result.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, or don't start at 0. Start at +2.
Okay. So I rolled, good lord, that's the third -6 in a row for me. But I rolled a +5 +2. So that's a 1
Okay.
success, right?
You realize that the tree is like dying as close as it is to the roots, and then like the upper branches aren't that dead as the rest of the tree.
Sure.
From the end, you can see as it starts and it gets to the top.
Right.
So-
The sickness is coming from the ground and working its way up. Which
Yeah, that's
means probably
from
the sickness is now in your guts and working its way out.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If we have to sleep in here tonight, I would just sleep in a different corner than me.
Yeah, probably. There you go. There it is. Fart joke promised. Fart joke achieved. Are there fruits on the top? Does anything look healthy up to the top of the tree? Because now
you can't see it properly because you see that it gets healthier, but from the angle that you are, you can be sure that there is fruit there, but it's a possibility. Yes.
Does anyone want to give me a boost up into the tree?
Yeah, I'll use my my one arm to lift you up.
Sure.
Yeah, you get a positive die.
Where there was
Well-
only one arm print, that's where he carried me.
but I mean, you can climb with mind. I mean, you're like paying attention which branch.
Yes,
to
very
get.
intelligently
Yeah,
climb.
yeah.
Ha! All right, that's a 1 success as well.
The +1.
So it's a +1 success. I rolled
Okay.
yeah.
You climb a little bit and you get to the top and you see there's like one fruit that it still seems healthy at like the last branch in the top, and you can grab it.
I do.
Okay.
Aha! Fruit. In the equipment now. Okay.
Oh, if you told me there was fruit up there, I mean, I would have been happy to help.
I'm bringing it down. And then I think I will offer it to both of you. Whatever it is. Do they have
the fruit you can eat it. You can use it as an arcane focus, and the arcane focus is life.
Yep, that's what I
word.
got. Arcane focus.
I really wanted to, as you said, oh yeah, arcane focus, me to be like, what were you say?
Oh, you've eaten my focus. Damn you, iron guts.
It can be eaten too, and you know
hilarious.
it has powers of healing and this kind of stuff. So
Okay,
I did not eat it. I just
I have the fruit. I like.
But
Hey,
that would be fantastic.
get away
yeah.
from my focus.
All right. I do want to, I'm eyeballing it hard.
Sure.
Okay, so you can either continue explore this, or go to the other side, or go north to the passage behind the tree, or back to the.
I like how Diego's
room?
like, for the love of God, there are more rooms in this game.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah.
I think
man, have you guys ever been on a vision quest? You can talk to like a rock for a long time.
I think
Yeah, that's true.
Stone Guts is inclined to keep going since like we intentionally didn't go to Giant King Primate room originally.
No, we did.
No, you didn't. You went.
That was the other
right
direction.
side, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just curious what new things to taste there are in this next room.
All right, let's head on. Let's head on back.
What room are you heading to?
We're going up towards 6, I believe.
Okay.
Since I have a map in front of me,
Yeah.
which I am only
guess-
looking at room by room as we decide. Just FYI.
I'm keeping track by watching it on the YouTube screen, so I'll get to see it in a minute when you put it up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, as you venture north, the corridor quickly opens up again, forms a small corridor, and this very dark room. There's really isn't much light, but you see like this faint gray aura shining in the middle. But like miraculously, there is like a snowstorm in this room. Like the cave floor is covered with snow, but you see bones too, like bones of many sizes. Some of them human bones, some of them seem larger, but still of humanoids. And you see large pillars of stone, but you don't see like the end of the room. Like you just see like towards this thing that there's this dim, shimmering luminescence, and this raging snowstorm, and
Is the snowstorm contained, like in the middle of the room? Like, is it in like a?
yeah,
like
it
a
doesn't go much
cylinder
further.
almost?
It doesn't go towards the tree. You know, you as you progress through the corridors, you start seeing some snow, and then you see this room, this sandstorm inside a cave.
Okay.
But you don't know if it goes further because you don't see the end of the room. But
I'm
that's
gonna
what you see.
I'm gonna grab some of that snow, and I'm just gonna put it in my mouth. Really, I just gotta cleanse my palate after that last bite. So I'm gonna put some of the snow in my mouth and let it melt, so I can wash out the taste of
An arcane sorbet, if you
that
will.
ooze. Yeah. Well, I mean, had I had the fruit, I probably would have made some sorbet, but I don't.
Sure. Yeah. No. It's in my head. It's a melon. It's a cantaloupe looking thing. I don't know.
It's really windy, so for you to talk, you kind of have to, hey, what are you doing, or something like that, because it's snowstorm. So.
Does the snowstorm covers like left to right, like it fills the entire room?
Yeah, the entire room. Like, as the cavern opens, and it's like this snowstorm, like just reeling around, and you see these pillars, like 4 pillars, and something in the middle, glowing this grayish luminescence, and you can see really well because of the snowstorm what it is, but it seems like something large, almost the size of a person.
Okay.
But it's mobile. You don't see it's moving or anything.
I'm gonna hug the wall as I make my way around this cold, stormy room.
Towards the left or right?
I'm gonna go to the right.
Okay.
Are we familiar with snow? Like, are we from a region where there is snow on a regular basis, or is this like a new phenomenon for us?
In the north of the Vale, the people that live there see some snow, but if you haven't gone to the north, that's basically on your character, you haven't had much experience with it, especially if you came from the south. But it's not something you've never seen, but you heard about it, at least. unless you came from the north. So then you've seen snow. What both of you want to do? You want to just wait for the
Oh no,
stone stomach guy, see what he finds, or
I mean, I think I'm realizing that, and this is, I think, going to track with the last couple minutes of gameplay, that the trouble with my character is that they are almost like cripplingly attracted to anything that they think might have supernatural power.
Are you?
that can be your problem? You can
That
define
is
saying
that-
that's
that's
your trouble.
my trouble. My trouble is that like I can't. He's like
Obsessed with the
he's like
supernatural and all.
yeah. Like I have to go. I have to walk it like into the middle of this thing to see what's happening. And I think I'm going to just sort of steel myself and hug my life-giving melon, and then like just sort of turn my face into the storm and trudge at the figure, to see if it's, I don't know, a wizard or whoever can chat with me.
By the way, one of the ways Primal Quest do experience points is for the first time you use one of your tags in the session, you earn an experience point. So you are like encouraged to highlight your character's characteristics, even their problems. If you put yourself in risk because of your problem,
I like
you
that.
get XP.
That's cool.
Cool. Yeah, really good.
I do like. I really like when you get XP for being an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, you learn for your mistakes, right?
Of course you do. Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, none of us. Middle school would have meant nothing for anyone if you didn't learn for your mistakes.
I won't take experience for it yet, but I did write. My trouble is I will put it in my mouth.
Let me check my notes real quick. You should have at least one.
I'm not. But I just wrote it down, so I'm not. I don't want to announce retroactively knowing that is the way it works. I don't want to. I don't want to take it. But I am going to go ahead and mark down points for can't eat anything and primordial gourmand, which is what my character's concept is. Like I'm developing the language we use to talk about food. As the first person in history ever.
You're gonna be Gronk Fietti.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love food. I love food.
All right, now I know my name. Hold on, Gronk Fietti.
When I go to Gen Con or any place, like when I travel, I always try to eat the weirder stuff I can find because I won't find it here. So
why would I want to do anything besides eat good food with good people that I can't eat?
I remember going to Gen Con and eating
Olive Garden now.
Waffle hamburger with peanut butter and bacon.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yes, please.
Delicious. So anyway, what's River it's going to do while Stone Stomach and the Shaman Apprentice are doing their thing? Like one is scuttling to the walls and the other going further into the cave without saying anything to anyone.
Yeah, no, I swear to God. Yeah, that's it. Like he's like, you start eating snow, and I just like look and see and go like, yes, and like.
I'm gonna drop to the cave floor and kind of like crawl along behind Stone Guts, just to like, to stick with him, but also not to expose myself too much because I'm not very familiar with snow. Even though it's water, but
good. As you're like scuttling towards the side, you slowly go further into the north, and you start to see there's like a passage to the other side, but you see like the shadow of the Shaman Apprentice just going further in, and Alex, your character goes further in, and you start to see this shape in the middle. It's like a giant, really regular crystal, but with side formations from it, and you see pieces of it on the ground, just pierced on the ground, but forming like cracks. So it hasn't been formed there. It's like it's crashed there and formed this cracks.
Got you.
And make like a perception check.
like a
Would be
meteor
like
almost, like it like hit the deck.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So perceive, is that
Yeah,
gonna be
makes
that's
a
gonna
mind
be
test.
my
It's like-
mind? Okay.
Yeah, perception. If you have any tag that would help you with that.
I mean,
It's difficult
know,
too because of the snow. It's hard to see.
yeah, sure. I don't think I have a tag that helps other than augmented senses. Like if
Oh yeah,
I'm, you know,
that's
like
an
really
extra
like
positive
keyed
die.
in.
Yeah.
I'm,
All right,
I'm
well,
gonna
that-
hold something up in front of me, but it's really just for Duvelman Dice about the conversation we're having in the chat right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
That's beautiful.
And so he was asking, he wants to make something for Primal Quest, which does have an open license and just
Yes.
had a jam and has a bunch of things from that jam getting printed
Yeah.
alongside Primal Quest by Exalted.
And the
Exalted
system
Funeral.
is open too. I'm releasing like a primal powered open license tools for it to make
Yep.
anything you want.
He wants to make a really cool blacklight poster 1-page game, and he was like, bonus points if it's black, if it's like got the velvet feel to it, which
Oh yeah.
the folks over at Black Rainbow who send me free dice all the time, who should absolutely go check out, do UV printing, love working with RPG folks to do cool shit like that. So reach out to Grady over at Black Rainbow about that.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
And then make
Hell
some cool
yeah.
Primal Quest shit.
Yeah, I want to do that. After it, give me like their contact or something. I can. I want to do all kinds of great stuff for Primal
Oh,
Quest.
I just realized I had held that up when we were in small screen. Hold on, I'm gonna hold up again.
Okay.
Here, he's holding up again. Oh man, I love that piece. Okay, here we go for looking at crystals. That's a +2 success.
Yeah. Well, it's not exactly looking at the crystal, but beyond the crystals, you see the shadow of two figures like
Okay.
approaching, and you see like the really burly people. You see one of them is like a really buff man, and the other is like a really buff woman with like long hair, and the man has like shaved hair with just some not ponytail, but
Rat tail, dreadlocks.
It's not like dreadlocks, but like I forget how to name it in English, but interweaved hairs, like
Braided.
this.
A braid.
Braided
yeah.
hair. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. And
Interriveted is pretty sweet
Yeah.
though.
but one other thing, you see pieces of these crystals like impaled at them, and then you see like these gray veins forming from these crystals in their bodies, and they're like really buffed but kind of deformed, but because where the crystals are, like the muscles are really like kind of hawkish, and
Yeah.
one of them is carrying like a big bone maul, and the other one's like a gigantic stone axe,
Okay.
and they're going towards you with not one of the friendliest faces you've seen. Like this, you've seen this before because your people are survivors and have been fleeing threats or something and surviving, and you see those eyes that denouncing some not so good intentions,
Sure.
you know, and they're walking towards you.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to. Okay. I think just like I like an I come in peace sort of. I guess I've got my fruit in between my legs, and you heard me. And then like put my feet up or my hands up in sort of a pacifying gesture. I want to just like. Friends, I am here for knowledge, and I do not wish to invade your space.
Both of you, the Stone Stomach and the River Weaver, you see this happening, and for you, these creatures almost manifest out of nowhere, but you see their shadow and they're like approaching your friends, the shaman apprentice, and you kneel or just lower, put your hands up. What do you do?
I think I mean, them.
Oh no, me. I actually don't know that.
I'm saying they. I'm asking for you, Alex. What you're
For
trying to
me.
do.
I mean it's very much like I'm going
Just put your
to
hands up.
Yeah, I just put my hands up and then like I am ready to like bolt, I guess, because I can't fight them. I'm gonna, but if they just roll up and swing on me, I'm gonna, try to
You
move.
see the woman with like a low voice. She says, "Neil."
Neil.
Yeah.
And
you see the guy, the guy picking up like a piece of the meteor on the ground, like almost as a dagger.
Okay, I kneel. I might be off the stream in a minute, guys.
Yeah. He approaches you and he's gesturing like you will become a sibling of death, and he seems like he's going to try to stab you with
A sibling of death.
Yeah.
Do we see
he's
this?
going to stab you with the crystal, so you have like a moment to decide what you're going to try to do. Or
I'm going to meet his death crystal with my life fruit. So I want to hold the fruit up to like him as like an offering and just see what he wants to stab, I guess.
You're gonna try to block the stab with the fruits, or you're gonna show?
I'm showing it.
fruit?
I'm showing it to him.
Does
You
it
say
look like?
something,
Are
or
you
just
like
take the
offering
fruit and
it?
say something?
I will say if I am here to bring life. And I hold it up to him.
Okay, you hold it up to him, and he was about to stab you, and he sees the fruits, and he drops the crystal and tries to grab the fruit.
I think I'm gonna pull it away.
Okay, and he tries to pull it away, and no, we need this, and he tries to jump on you.
Okay.
So make a body test,
Okay.
to, like dodge or something. Or...
Okay. I was gonna give myself one in body, but we haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well, this is a new room, so everybody can do
a
choose or
physical
determine any stats or tag or.
All right, I'm neutral in the heart. It's a 0.
Yeah.
So,
it jumps on you and tries to hold you down to grab the crystal. You try to avoid him, but he gets hold of the fruit, and he's trying to wrestle it away from you.
And I think
he's clearly stronger.
Yeah. We can share. It can be shared. Life can be shared. There's more. Help me save the tree, and there will be fruit for everyone.
More of this.
Yes. Not far
Take
from
me
here.
to it.
Okay. But first, can I have this back, please?
Only if you give us more than this. But for now, it's ours.
I mean, there's plenty in just beyond the storm.
Are you both still holding it?
Yeah.
I think Grog.
No, he let it go and said he's more, but he wants it.
I think at this moment Grog Fieri sees that there's like there's a scramble happening for the fruit, and this might be my moment. So like I think y'all are like locked eyes with each other, and then all of a sudden another set of hands like slams down on the fruit.
There's a close up of just the two like hands on the melon, and then one more hand
go back
drops
and
in.
forth. Another set of hands.
Grog, what fruit?
That's great. now, this man, it's even more desperate. There's another set of hands. No, it's ours! And starts pulling like crazy.
Where's the crystal that he dropped the crystal, right? That like when he was gonna stab me with?
Yeah. Yes.
Where is it?
So
it's in the snow. In the middle of the snowstorm.
All
right.
Colin, why don't we give Colin?
You want to look for it?
Yeah.
Let's give Colin the spotlight.
Well, but your hands are on the fruit. You're
Yeah.
letting it go off the fruit.
I haven't decided yet. I'm looking and thinking, but let's listen to the River
give Colin
Weaver.
the spotlight for a minute.
Yeah.
So I've added a trouble onto my sheet. It's recklessly loyal. So I'm gonna run in, like, see my friends in danger. I'm gonna run in and pick up the weapon that the guy dropped.
It's actually a crystal, and it's in the middle of the snowstorm, so you have to find it first.
Okay.
And there's one other person there, like the woman. It's there too.
So
since both of you were on the outskirts, they haven't seen you, so you can go and do one action like for free, and they don't know you're there. But once you get involved, you are involved. Okay.
Okay. I'll run into the middle of the snowstorm
and find what piece of the crystal that you can use as a dagger.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Make a mind test with a negative die, an extra negative die, because it's snowing a lot.
Yeah.
But one extra positive die too, because you saw where the guy dropped it. So
I've got 4 dice that I roll, 2 positive, 2 negative.
Yeah, okay. And add your mind. Start with your mind. Yeah.
Okay. So
difficult 2.
So it's a 3 total, positive 3.
Okay.
Dang.
Did you roll any 6s?
1 positive 6.
Okay, so you found it, and you can even I don't know, with another. You can use this positive die to give a positive die to your next action, or the next action of one of your companions, or even impose a negative dice to an opponent. As long as you justify it narratively. Or something.
Cool.
I'll use it and give an extra die to apprentice magician, or
as you should.
Yeah. In the struggle, since I've come in to be recklessly loyal.
But how is this happening? How we are helping him? Why?
So I'm going to as I pick up the crystal dagger, I'm gonna run into the attacker and try and push him off balance, using the momentum of running into the snowstorm.
And kind of distracting, maybe scream something, he looks to the other side and they can try something. I don't know. Okay, what you're gonna try to do?
I was trying to wrestle the thing away from both of them, but I think Alex, are you now that the knife has been picked up? Okay, cool. I have a 6 all day long with body plus what I rolled, so positive 6. I did write down a motivation of eat amazing things, but I don't feel like I need to trigger that right now.
Okay, the total result is 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, you pull it right out of both of them.
Cool.
Okay.
I start backing away towards the opposite side of the room.
To the north or to the south? Towards the room we were before, or something you haven't seen yet?
To the place we haven't seen yet.
Okay, so start running in the through the snowstorm, or
I'm not running. I'm just slowly backing away, keeping an eye on everybody. There's been a lot of violence here. I've got the fruit. I'm not turning my back on anybody right now, but I'm not booking it.
Do you have an axe too?
Yeah. The woman is
woman's got an axe.
Is going for you. Yeah.
Okay, for me.
No, for Tony, who has the fruit.
For Grog Fietti.
Yeah. She said, "No, that's ours," and she grabs the axe and wields it high over her head and tries to smash you with it.
I'm not letting go of the fruit.
So make a defense roll.
Sure.
Do you have any armor or anything? No, right?
I do not have any armor. I got plus 2. I have body counts in with this. It's going to be another plus 2. So plus.
No.
No body,
defense,
just
no
straight
body,
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, just plus 2 then.
Unless you have like a tag for like reflexes or I don't know.
All my tags have to do
combatants.
with putting things in my mouth.
Okay. So yeah, that's a normal test.
Yeah, so plus 2 then.
Yeah, so difficulty is 3, so you failed for 1, so you take 1 damage plus their level, and their level is 3, so you take 4
Whoa.
points of damage.
I like how my character ate burning ooze and was like, that's spicy.
Well, it's like a spoon.
You're 100% on.
That's like a giant stone axe, like crushing your bones.
I understand. I'm just saying, like I built my character to do one thing. It was not dodge axes.
I'm gonna try and wrest the axe away from this woman. My move now is to have disarmed both of them.
Okay. They're strong.
Sure.
Okay. And yeah. I said about the crystals that make their like the hokey arms and stuff. So yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You know what then? Can I try to rip a crystal out of her?
Dang.
People have tried before. You can try.
Okay. I might as well.
I'm gonna say this. They succeeded, but not with hers.
Okay. I mean, if she's got one like sticking out of the back of her, maybe or something, because I'm like, she's swung on Tony.
She is distracted right now
and hit him.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to now. I don't have the fruit. I don't have the. I look at Riverweaver. He's got the he's holding the crystal there. So yeah, I'm gonna try and
holding the fruit. He got the fruit. Not the
Tony's
crystal,
got the fruit.
Right?
Riverweaver's got the crystal.
Oh,
This is the story of how Alex's character started with a stone idol and ended up with nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right. We're in a dream space, man. We're bobbing and weaving, and we're awake and just figuring it out. Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's like a hunk of crystal on her back, and just like leap on her and try to like pull it out. And I've got
there is
an extra die.
Yeah, I have an
from
extra
my
die
loyal friend.
Yeah.
And
she's attacking Tony, the stomach guy.
Yep.
So she's kind of distracted.
And I've got this is going to be body, yeah. So I've got a +1 to this. So that's going to be Jesus Christ. That's a -2.
Did you roll a 6 again?
No, I rolled a 5. I just am rolling. My success dice have been really puny and weak this whole time, which is bizarre. Like I rolled a 1 and a 2.
There's another rule that I can say to you now, because I don't want to introduce all the rules, but there's something called make an effort, so you can burn 1 point of vitality to get another positive die. So
yeah, let me do that. I'll burn a point of. I think you can I burn a couple?
Yeah, you can burn as much as you want, but you can tire yourself until you like pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? I'll burn 2. Let's get weird. I'm gonna really just he grabs it and it doesn't. I think I'm expecting it to pop out, and then I'm like, oh dang. I thought it would just be like, and she would like deflate, like woo. But I'm gonna burn 2, so I'm gonna go down to 9 vitality. Let's see if the moose dice do better than the lighthouse dice. Get out of here. And they do. That's going to be a 1 success.
So total for 1?
Yeah.
You added your body already?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you jump at her and grab the crystal, but it's really stuck in there, trying to push it, and you can't.
Fair.
Colin, everybody acted, so it's the guy in there. He just turns and see the stone stomach guy just flee and starts running towards you. Are you gonna try to run, or are you gonna just start slowly backing away again?
It's his action. I mean, I think at this point I'm like, okay, like I got the fruit. I wasn't trying to leave my friends, and so I think I'm kind of standing my ground. I'm assuming this is his action, so I can't like counter attack right now. But I would love to dodge, but kind of keep my
dodge. You can if you dodge and you get like a boom, you can even do some minor damage to them, like a
cool
comeback.
Yeah, I think
attack,
this is more like me. Maybe it's not so much dodging because he's running at me like he's got nothing except for the crystal sticking out of his body. This is me like kind of parrying him. Like my body is meeting his body in a defensive way.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Like make a body test. Difficulty is 3, but you get an extra negative dice because they have like this unhuman strength.
Oh, great! I
Because
got
of
an
the
extra
crystal?
negative die.
Yeah.
I was very excited about what I had just rolled until you said that. Oh, that's still fine. I got a plus. I got a success of 4.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So
Oh, I got a success of 4, and I rolled a 6.
okay, so you get an extra positive. You have a boom. So what do you want to do with that boom?
I think. I mean, fictional positioning wise, it doesn't really matter. I
You can
want
do a
to
counter attack if you want.
what I kind of want to do is like I want to like as he comes at me, like I kind of want to just swing him around and slam him into the woman with the axe. Like I want to
Yes. Judo flip.
primal judo maneuver. This guy
Tripudo.
backward.
Oh yeah. Do a body test, like an attack for this.
Oh no.
That's by 5, and I rolled another 6.
Great.
Wow.
So
Actually,
you do that
that's
and
by-
just throw
with-
at them.
If I'm adding my body, which I don't know if I am, that's actually by 7.
Cool. Yeah. You knock both of them out
Sure.
with this one. Like
Sure seems like that crystal should pop out. Oh no. Okay, we knocked him out. Sweet.
You're holding on.
yeah, we knock them to the ground. Not
He
out.
slams into her,
Yeah.
and the crystal just rips out.
You knock them to the ground, like they fall to the ground, and they will lose like a round at least.
Cool.
That's
I
very
do
cool. Blah, they just fall to the snow, and they're like face down on the snow, and and coughing and this kind of stuff.
Where's that axe? I'm gonna grab that axe. She let
Uh,
go of it. He let go of it.
Make a mind test to see if you can see in the snowstorm.
Oh, okay, absolutely. With my augmented senses,
Sure,
and I saw it. Okay, sweet.
but it's an extra negative dice because of the snowstorm.
So 2 positive, 2 negative.
Okay, here we go. 2 positive, 2 negative. Y'all, I have not rolled more than a 2 positive yet. I swear to God.
But it's positive.
No, it's a -1. I'm just kicking it in the snow
With
like
your
dickhead.
mind also added?
Yeah, man. With 2 added.
Yeah.
I hucked a 5 negative and a 2
Well,
positive. So like
At
Yeah,
this
difference is-
round,
it's
you
cool.
can
I
see
keep
it.
on
Like
rolling.
just looking
yeah,
fast and
you
try
could
to
just keep doing good.
You can see it, but if you want to spend more time looking for it, you'll probably eventually find it. But if
Yeah. No, it's okay. I mean, I could look again.
what are we
but-
gonna do? Stay there or go somewhere else? They're starting to like get up, like
Yeah.
this.
Should we just run?
Oh,
Run?
I
Run? Should we run?
I was still just backing up towards the other side.
Okay, yeah, you're getting there this round. So, and what is River Weaver doing?
So am I on the other side of
You're kind of in the
of-
middle, too, with
Okay.
them. So, Stone Stomach is going towards the north to the passage,
Yeah.
to the side you haven't gone before, and what is Shaman doing?
Oh yeah, I think I'm done. We've got a thing in my head. Like we have like in my head we have a crystal now. We have another focus or something.
Yeah, you have the
So-
crystal and the
fruit.
The
We as a
dagger.
group, we now have
Yeah.
life. We have something that gives life, and we have something that gives death. So yeah, no, I like looked for the axe for a moment, and then like can't find it. Like I'm ready to get out of the snowstorm.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
going north too. So everybody goes north.
Yeah.
And
Cheese it.
quickly you see the snowstorm passing, and you see a passage, the cavern closing in, and a small passage towards the north. And you see it quickly is open up, and then there's two passages, one going towards the left, toward east, and there you see some lights coming, probably towards like a campfire or something, and towards the north, you don't hear much things, but you hear some kind of wind, like echoing through to the passage towards the north. You know, everything
Wind-
is natural caverns.
Yeah.
So Alex just asked, and I think it's a great time to let's take a short little break, 5-minute break. Let people run to the restroom if they need to. By the way, if you're watching right now and you have not yet, you should head over to ttrpg.link/primalqgame. That'll take you to the itch page where you can check out the essentials version of the game, which is currently, I believe, pay what you want. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Diogo?
it's always going to be pay what once. Even we plan to like release like future revised and expanded editions of Primal Quest, but Primal Quest Essentials will be free forever in PDF, and it's coming out in print on Exalted Funeral. And we have also this introductory adventure we're playing is also available in PDF. It's not free, but it's cheap, and it'll also be available in print on Exalted Funeral as well.
Yeah, so go over and check those out while we're taking a short break. If you have not yet, while you're watching, we are giving away a copy of the game in print today.
Two copies.
Two copies. So type in "Get Primal!" ! Only one time, any platform you're watching on, the chat bot isn't working. I'm just going to roll a dice at the end while we're taking a break. I'm going to tally all those up so that it'll make it easier to roll later on. But do that. We'll be back in just about 5 minutes to keep on playing Primal Quest. And for our viewers out there right now, if you have not had a chance yet, please go ahead and enter by typing in "Get Primal!" ! Wherever you happen to be watching, you can get entered into a chance to win. We've got 9 entries so far. We're going to be giving away 2 copies of the game. Don't sit back. Go ahead and just type it in if you're interested in winning a copy. We'll be back in just a moment, but a couple cool things that we have coming up on stream. Next week on Wednesday, we are going to be playing Cities and Citadels, which is a new game from Feral Indie Studios and Wet Ink Games, follow-up to Into the Weird and Wild, which is one of our absolute favorite games, or toolkits that we've gotten to play, which is by Charles Ferguson Avery and the team over at Feral Indie Studio. Very excited to sit down and play that. On Friday, we're going to be having another stream with Ollie Mack. It's going to be a family-friendly, highly accessible RPG coming out of the UK that I'm very excited to sit down with him and play. And then next week, we are sitting down with Will Yobst all weekend long for Torque Fest. I don't know what that means. It's a road rally. We're going to have fun. We're going to play a lot of Torque next weekend. You should come out and check. If you are a small indie creator and you ever want to come on stream, please let us know. We would love to have you on sometime. Also, if you're in the New York City area for free RPG Day, we are going to be up at Hex & Co. In New York City, visiting some of our friends up there. But we'll be back in just a few minutes to keep on playing. Go ahead, if you have not entered yet, type in "Get Primal!" wherever you happen to be watching. We'll be back in just one moment. We are live again here on Plus One EXP. Coffee has come in, coffee has gone out, and we are ready to get Primal once more in the land of Thalia. Again, if you have not yet checked out the game, head over to ttrpg.link/primalqgame. It's that link right below Colin's amazing beard, and you can check out all things Primal Quest. And like we mentioned earlier, there is an open license for Primal Quest TWJam. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out for it. So if you like the vibes of the setting, please go check it out. Help support Diogo and all the amazing games that come out of Old Skull Publishing. And if you have not yet hit "Get Primal!" to get entered to win a copy of the game. Coming from our friends over at Exalted Funeral, 2 copies of the game are going to get given away. You only get to type in one time, though. With that said, I'm going to hand things back over to Diogo to take us back into the game.
Yeah. So you have all come out of this strange cave where there was a snowstorm, and you found 2 weird, violent, kind of deformed men and women carrying scary weapons and trying to make you kneel and then smash you and take the fruits of life that you got from the mother tree. And you now found yourself in this natural cavern corridor that open up in 2 passages, one going east, where you see the faint lights of a crackling fire in like a really, really big natural cavern that you almost can't see even the ceiling, and the passage to the north that you see like a longer corridor, and you what you feel is like you feel this wind just flowing, these echoes of like a really windy passage as far as you can sense,
I mean, you can't eat the wind, but so even though I get here first, I think I'm paused, just kind of looking both directions, like.
Yeah, to the south, you would go back to the room with the snowstorm and the crystal and the 2 violent people
Yeah,
you
we're
just
not
met.
going back.
Yeah.
Either of y'all have a way that you're more inclined to?
I yield the choosing. I thank you for saving me. I'm worried. may have got a little ahead of myself with our becrystalline friends.
The explorer in me wants to go to the north to investigate the wind, but the coward in me wants to go to what I assume is a welcoming fire that we might be able to warm our bones around.
After that last room, I would love to warm up. Like I said, you can't eat the wind, so yeah, I think Diogo, I think we're gonna head over towards 7.
Sure.
Sounds like.
Okay, as you go towards the east, you see the corridor opening up to this gigantic cavern, and even the ground that was like stone started getting like earth and started getting grass, and you hear like the sound of a flowing river, a very welcome sound for our river here. And you see that the fire, around the fire, you notice there's like 2 tents, and you see the shadows of people around the fire. And now you look to the ceiling, you don't even see a ceiling, you see a sky with stars, and it feels almost like you're outdoors, you know. And what do? You continue, like you see there's people there now. They probably can't see you because you're not carrying fire or anything, but you see there's people there.
I pause my compatriots and I point up at the stars and I say, one day I'm gonna eat one of those. I just keep on going.
Right. Are we worried about the last people that we met in these caves and tried to commune with? Did try to stab me with it. That's a cool crystal. Can we look at the crystal?
Yeah, I'll hold it up.
Oh yeah, the crystal you got like a shard of it, but as I said, it's strangely regular. Like the angles are not all seem the same, and they are kind of grayish and opaque, you know. And they're really cold. They're really cold to the touch, almost like ice.
Cool.
Very cool. Well, we have a crystal and we have a fruit.
Yeah.
Can we hear anything from around the fire? Like, are the people
making
singing?
magical gushers?
We're going to try to stand really still to try to hear from afar. We're going to try to approach to hear as you're approaching. Like the grass is tall and there's like some bushes, so you could try to approach without being seen if you want to.
I'm gonna listen to the river, listen to the sounds of the river, and also listen to the sounds of the fire, and see what I can hear from here.
You can try to make like a spell to hear the river and see if the river knows anything about these people, if you want.
Yeah, I want to try and commune with the river.
Okay. That would be, I would think, advanced technology would say like it's a 10-minute ritual to do that. Okay.
I'm just gonna start.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm used to. I'm used to just kind of doing the.
Yeah, so that's like a turn. So Primal Quest, that is all this modern stuff. But it's kind of old school in some stuff. So exploration turns and stuff. So that's a turn. So your characters can do something else if you want to, or you can help him with the ritual, and he would get like positive die for if you both of your characters help with the ritual.
I'll help.
I think that makes sense. Can we try and like use the fruit as an arcane focus?
The
for
ritual
that too?
always have rituals. Spellcasting always has negative dice, additional negative dice. So if you help with the ritual, you are subject to the
negative effects.
The negative effects of the ritual as well. And if you take a part of the ritual, you can also spend your vitality to help with the ritual as well, like you do on an effort. So like a very difficult spell, if everybody takes part of the ritual, everybody can contribute more dice to it, but everybody is subject to side effects of the spellcasting. You know.
Here's the deal. Grog doesn't know any of that, so that's great.
Young Magic doesn't care about any of that because this is supernatural. I am immediately, as soon as she sits down and like begins to like however you begin to commune with the river, I'm like, yep, absolutely, I want to be part of that.
Okay. So it's a ritual. You have 2 extra negative dice, so 3 negative dice. It's difficult 4, but you have since you're a river sorcerer, you have 1 additional positive dice because of that. You have additional positive dice because Stone Stomach and the Shaman are helping you. So that's already 3. And if any of you have any tags that you would think would help with these 2,
I
I've
mean,
got
you can.
I've got my
you
river
know.
sorcery talent.
Yeah.
I mean, since you're an apprentice shaman, that's one
I
tag
mean, I was
that
gonna
could
say
help.
that. Yeah, this is. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm all about ritual, so yeah.
So add that too.
I don't think there's anything I can eat or put in my mouth here.
Yeah.
It's going to help us at this
So
moment in
well,
time.
if you want
You start
more
drinking the river.
more positive dice, you would have to spend vitality. That's like
Anyone else who wants to
ritual
spend
stuff.
vitality, that's great. I'm not spending vitality.
No,
at
it
this
feels like
point.
we've got enough, right?
Okay.
I
So is
think
that-
we are.
I threw my back out trying to yank that crystal, man. It hurt.
4 positive versus 3 negative. Correct? Is that where we're at?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
difficult is 4, so the more positive you have, the better. Because if you roll a 6, you can add another dice to the result too. So
It's true.
All right, here we go. All right.
otherwise, just the highest against the highest. So
Oh, the highest against the highest. Okay.
Yep.
So I've got 1 6 for both sides. 1 6, 1 positive 6, 1 negative 6.
okay.
This is the exact
So-
situation I've been 100% looking forward to happening in this game, and I'm very glad it did. What
Yeah,
happens
so-
now?
Well, the basic result would be your character is like using what for the
Explodes.
sorcery?
So the river itself is
Oh, yeah.
like yeah. So that's like my focus.
Yeah, so we would use your heart attribute. What's your heart attribute for that?
So I put my heart at 3. I took a negative
Okay.
1 to body.
So we start at 3. So the basic result is +3. The difficulty is 4. So that would be a failure. But he rolled a 6 on the positive side, so he can add another positive dice to the result,
Well,
or add his attribute again. He can choose. So if
Okay.
he would only have rolled like a 1 and a 6, he could add his attributes instead of the dice. Okay.
I have a
So-
I have a theoretical question for you, because either one of those things will bring us up to a success. But as the GM, are you ever able to make people roll negative dice extra to take things away or subtract things? Is that a GM move you can make?
I can, for example, for the 6 that I roll negative dice, I add another negative dice to the result, or add the difficulty again. But sometimes it's more interesting to use the negative dice to cause a side effect instead of just making.
I was just curious what the GM side of that. So you can you could basically double the difficulty if you want to do.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love that. I just wanted to know how that worked out.
You can. It's a toolbox for both the players and the GM.
Yeah,
But
that's very cool.
it's usually more interesting to say yes and. So yes, you perform the ritual, so you can hear stuff about them and know a little bit about it, but I mean, and can use the negative dice to make something happen. Maybe you're all 3 of you are like all wet, and your stuff are all wet, and for
Naked
something that's
man.
going to start to happen in a while because of the effects of the things you took in the beginning of the game, you're gonna be very cold soon. So that's what I'm gonna spend the dice on to make you like very, very wet because of the ritual, and then as if you have just took a bath on the river. So,
I love it.
I'm happy. Like, yeah, River Weaver is used to being wet by the river, so it's
and Tony, I've been counting turns here, and since you ate that thing, now it's time for you to make a mind test.
I have to make a mind test.
Yes.
That's great because I put a ton of points into mind. I have a +3 on that.
Okay. That's your total?
My
+3?
yeah, I don't have anything in mind, so +3.
Okay, yeah, the difficulty is 5. So now you have a negative tag.
This is going down to my extra tags.
Yeah. Or you can put it at your problem tag. So
I already,
that's
my trouble is already, I will put it in my mouth. So,
okay.
which I feel like this is a result of I will put it in my mouth coming back into play, but I'm okay right now.
Okay, so your tag is bring life to the void use.
Bring life to the what?
Void use, and the void use is that creature. Like you don't have to control all your actions, but you as a tag you can get extra XP for using it to put into trouble and things like that.
Cool. I love it. So I am now compelled to
And
bring the
and
void
can give you negative dice if it's against something you're doing, like any other tag.
Love it.
just shuddering to think where the void ooze would come to life from out of your body.
Oh, I think I understood that as
As if to bring it life, like
bring
feed
life
to
energy
it.
to the void ooze.
Oh,
physically.
right. All right. Okay.
Like
Birth the ooze.
Though
Frog,
maybe
birth it.
later we'll see. Let's play to find out where the void is. Anybody who's just joined us late, I may have used a bit of the mother tree like a chip to dip some evil ooze in and taste it. And it was spicy and smoky.
Walked up to Yggdrasil and licked it. Like
Dying Yggdrasil.
Yeah.
Like a
bleeding
dark
Yggdrasil.
alien ooze
Yeah.
devouring it.
Normal
Tony
stuff.
not learning any of the lessons from Pirates of Darkwater.
Right.
Just went
It
in.
was not guacamole.
Or did I learn
anything
those
like
lessons too well?
Too well, yeah.
Excellent. So I'm going to bring life to the void ooze. All right. Excellent. Yeah. While y'all were spacing out, and this is really we know why it was so hard to get the spell done.
Yeah.
Because my mind was split now. And so, excellent. What do we know about these people?
Yeah. What did we learn?
Oh yeah. They're refugees from a war that is happening in the north. They are not all humans. Sorry. One of them is called Naka. She's a woman. She's wounded, and she's really needing like help with her wounds. Otherwise, she's probably die soon. They have crossed the river from the north. They have been following it from the hills, and they are part of the people from your sister village, Morik, that has been attacked from some invaders from the north, and she was wounded in battle. And there's also Umir, who is like a molekin, who is like a mole man, furry and stocky and strong and with claws in their hands. And it was my reimagining of the dwarf race in the Primordial of Thalia, or the mole people.
Cool.
Nice.
you know.
Brian Jacques Kyle.
And
The
he's
Primal Quest in the Willows.
he's trying to set the camp and put everything to order for them to spend the night, but he doesn't have much practice with it because he lived most of his life underground. And the resort, which is a kid who is afraid, but he's trying to like fish something in the river to feed the people that have helped them arrive there. That's who they are. They're like fleeing from some conflict that happened in the north.
It's a very, very knowledgeable and helpful river.
As all rivers are.
Nice.
Only you have the patience to listen.
They have much to speak. You just need to listen.
I look over and you're just painting with all the colors of the wind right there on the riverbank.
Raccoon dancing around me.
Yeah, absolutely. Fat hummingbird out of nowhere. And David Ogden steers just colonizing. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna reveal a talent that all my time sort of questing and like going after powerful sources have made me very, very sneaky. So like I am like stealthy and can, get in and out of a sacred space or just a mundane space very quietly and quickly. So I'm gonna add extreme stealth to my talent. And I was gonna go
to make something more primal. You could say like stealth, like an animal, like maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I like that to go with primal with it. Like, yeah, I have
stealth like a mammoth.
Yeah, stuff like a mammoth. I go stomping up to the.
If you step on the things you're sneaking up on, they won't catch you. Afterwards.
Yeah, it won't catch you.
I mean, stuff like a panther or maybe like.
I was gonna say actually a panther there too. Like very cat-like. He spent a lot of time maybe like communing with like jungle cats. So yeah, cat-like stealth. Big cat panther. Yeah, so I was gonna panther stalk over and like spy on the camp, but we just got a freaking dossier from this river. I'm gonna stick with that as my talent, but should we just go try and help them? Yeah, Gronk, hand me the life fruit.
I've still got some dried fish as well.
Grog stares at you. Why?
There's someone over here who needs help. They need life.
Well, let's go check on them first and see if they need the life fruit or they just need help.
All right. Yeah, should we approach the camp? Weirdly knowing lots about them.
It's the best way to approach the camp.
Yeah, just walk up. Hello.
Okay, as you're approaching, they see you're approaching because of the fire. The Moking just grabs this stone hammer and just goes towards it. Hey, who are you? Who comes there?
We are 3 travelers. We have been sent by the river. We're here to help.
Sent by the river, and it looks toward the river.
You can
tell because we're all soaking wet.
I'll hold up my hand and say, I'm a river speaker. I'm here. We're here to help you.
We are here to help Anaka with her wounds. Ooh, I knew your name. The river told me.
Okay, come here, Naka. They're here to help you. The river sent them. And the woman has like a wound in her chest, probably a spear. They was pierced, and there's still like piece of wood in the wound, and they have been trying to clean or soak in the blood, but you see she's really like pale, losing blood, and not
Tony,
really.
you want to lick it? Eat her wound.
God, you know what?
Oh no!
In improv, there's a concept called groupthink, and that's when you get people who have played together enough, they just think the same things. And Alex 100% just pulled that thought out of my brain.
Yeah, I saw a twinkle in your eye.
Well, that's how animals take care of their wounds. They lick them.
Yep. Yeah, sure.
But I'm also thinking about this horrible thing that just happened inside of me, and how that all plays out also too, and my total lack of desire to give up this life fruit now.
Sure.
I must feed it to the void ooze. None of which y'all know. I am gonna say, and I will. I think we should probably bail this, so I'll say I do it. But that's the thing as far as we need to go. I am going to try to lick the wound clean. I do think we are gonna trigger.
This is the way of our people. Do not be afraid.
We're gonna trigger the give life to the void ooze concept also too, because I do know this for a fact. There's a little bit of void ooze inside of not all of us, but me specifically, as part of this. So we'll see if that void ooze comes out at all.
Like this is like a vampire maneuver.
We'll see if that void ooze comes out at all or does anything here.
You're gonna lick it clean.
So I'm gonna go ahead and trigger that to take an extra negative, I guess. This mechanic is super enjoyable. I mean, I made up a thing, so I don't know if any of my other abilities come into play here. I mean, Primordial Gourmand can't eat anything, eat amazing things. I guess my trouble of I will put it in my mouth. I can trigger here also too.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, I do know this: no matter what, even if I trigger that, which I don't need to right now, I got a 6, I got a 5, so I am at a +1 right now with a 6. Done. I don't know whether I'm using heart or body to do this. Certainly not mine.
Oh, heart. You just got to feel it.
Just gotta feel it.
What do you want to do exactly?
I'm trying to lick the wound clean, and I was giving an opportunity for the horrible ooze inside me to potentially infect this woman also too. That did not happen, or at least maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I'm trying to lick this wound clean. I got a 1 right now.
Lick the wound clean obviously won't help her, right?
They don't know that.
I know they don't know that, but I mean, that's not really what I want to do. What I want to do is infect this woman with the ooze that inside of you.
Do I as a player want that to happen?
Yes, that's I mean, why are you rolling dice? Why are you rolling dice?
I was rolling dice to see what happened. This is one of those play states where I am very much of two minds. I am 100% fine with.
You're hoping to roll a negative dice for the.
I don't know that I was hoping to. I mean, I did roll an extra negative dice. I 100% triggered bring life to the void ooze. So I am 100% open to, if I failed at this roll, that is what happens. This woman gets infected by the void ooze. I think my hope was actually like,
yeah, I mean, there is no way you can succeed as the roll because the roll can do anything good for her. But
I don't know how things work in this world.
Yeah,
we just talk to a river.
I mean, we can just decide.
that maybe maybe she likes it. She's comfortable with it.
We can just decide you pass on the infection. That's viable. I mean, that's a choice as we can do.
Because
you are infected. You you can do that as a player if you want to.
Right. So,
because
but
we're
I also did
triggering
roll a
your
6.
aspect.
I did roll a 6 positively. So I think what I'm hoping for, so here's what I would love to have happen. I would love for it to, for all appearances, look like she is healed. Right? Like, because
Sure.
I rolled a 6 on the +1. But then also that effect is only because the void ooze goes into her and creates
that's
that
perfect.
effect.
That's
Perfect.
how it can go. Yeah. Okay.
And now she's consumed by the void ooze also.
Yeah. She also wants to bring life to the void use too.
I look her in the eye, and we have a knowing look.
Okay.
I don't feel like this adventure's going well.
Okay, and she
This trip
well,
just turned dark.
it
Hard.
takes a while, but her eyes are open more, and then she.
And I
No.
want to clarify: it takes a while for us to see the effect. I do not continue to provide aid the entire time.
Yeah, of course.
Classic ooze suckle.
Okay.
Young
So she
Magic
starts getting better.
wants to leave.
And or thanks to thank you very much. I thought we were gonna lose her, and
She is sustained now. You don't have to worry anymore.
Thank you. Can you help? Someone help me with the tent so we can spend the night or something.
Absolutely. If we are welcome here, I will happily help set up camp.
Yeah, okay, we'll go out there and help him at the camp, and the kids they're just trying to fish something and can get anything.
I'll help them get fish from the river, since that's that's part of my my concept as a river speaker, and
I'm gonna help cook the fish.
Be right there to eat it immediately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily just about the eating; it's about the tasting of things. So I'm gonna help. I'll look at whatever supplies they have, and also help forage around the grassy area near us for anything that actually might turn this from just fish into some semblance of a cooked item.
Yeah. Okay. So you help them and you make a meal and they start feeling better, and all of them seem grateful. Even Naka, who is kind of has this new consciousness inside of her, still feels grateful to have been healed and for this meal, and then they have been fleeing. So she offers to accompany you in whatever mission you're bringing there, and Earth says that he knows a passage to the north that maybe is somewhere you might want to discover that has been hidden, and something tells him your destiny awaits that way. And since you help with the kid too, your ancestors, since this is the cave of your ancestors, are boosting. Any one of you can reroll any test until the end of the the trip, the journey.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
I mean, I'm super interested in this hidden passageway north.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel. Yeah. Are we gonna stay in camp with them, or were we just sort of helping put stuff up?
The Mokin and the kid are going to stay because they're in their minds they're going to their village to Lakit. They're fleeing north from the village. They had been attacked, and they're going to Lakit, and they're saying to you, "There's a passage to the north." the Mokin is going to lead you there, Umir, to show you the passage and say that apparently your destiny awaits there through that passage as the spirits and have told them.
Yeah, absolutely. That tracks. Also, like I think there's a moment there where I forgot that this was a dream, that we were in like a dream state.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
you were like, these are actual people.
Things
like,
got real and they turned into real people. We were helping them, and then
that's kind of the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the meaning of the ritual is that this is something that will tell you the destiny, what's coming, and will guide your choices. What's
absolutely. Yeah. Well, then if they're all settled away, if we've got them fish and sort of taken care of everyone and set up camp, then yeah, let's head to the north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we can't. I mean, can we sleep in the dream state? Can we take a short rest and regain some
you
stuff?
just want to get your spell slots back, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean,
if you take a short rest, you can recover
vitality.
1d3 plus your heart in vitality points.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that.
Let's absolutely do that and eat a fish. Do I not have a D3 sitting here? Are you serious? There we go.
A D6 divided by 2 will also do the same thing.
Shut up, D3. 3. Yeehaw.
I hadn't lost any vitality, so I'm all good.
I was like, let me brag.
Bless your heart.
I haven't gotten hurt.
My back feels better from yanking on back crystals. The effort that I expended, I recover.
And then you have to make a body test to see if you can take another short rest before you take like a long rest.
Sure.
And the difficulty is the number of rests you're already taken. So 1.
Man, so you just forget, like, playing with D6s is so weird because you get the same numbers over and over again. That's just the double. I got boxcars on the body test. It's 2 6s. I don't know what that means.
But you have +1 in body, right?
Yeah. So I'm good.
Okay. You can take another short rest if you need it.
All right.
In the future.
Cool.
I like that as a mechanic also too. So we'll eat some fish and rest for a little while, and then is the dream woman I infected with voidies coming with us?
Yeah, Naka is coming.
Great.
I'm so glad there's 2 voidies members of the party now.
You're building this voidoos army.
I am,
and she's strong. She's like a strong woman. She has like a big club.
Yeah, they didn't have any like weapons or anything that they could give us. No talismans or anything to speed us on our way.
They have spears. They have daggers. They have animal hides, so you can have like at least a light armor. They're closer to home than you are going to. So
yeah, I'll take a spear.
I'll take some armor.
Yeah, I'll take some armor as well.
I think that's just weird. Young Magic just do not want armor, no clothes. He doesn't like. He's not into that.
Actually, I think I'll take it.
Maybe that's just motivation. It's this. Let's show it off. Yeah, absolutely. That's his motivation. He's a show off.
I think we were going to try to go up to find this secret passage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. So since you helped Umir, he knows he's like a Mokin, so kind of a dwarf. He knows where he sees like a passage that has been closer or something. So he guides you towards this place, and he just start taking off some stones that have been placed there, and you see a passage in the middle of a room that goes east to west, and it's like a gigantic cave that has like a path of stone that's going through it, but it's broken, so part of it had fallen off, and you're like closer to the middle point of it, so it's close for you to just jump there and go towards the east passage, because to the side of the east you see something glowing, like this this yellowish green glow that's kind of similar to the glow the Tree of Life you remember has, going towards the west side, actually, right?
Yes.
Yeah, west.
All right. Let's jump it.
And towards the east is another part of that passage, and let me get there to that one. Whoops. Yeah. So that's basically it. You're gonna jump to that side.
Yep.
Okay, that's like a difficult 2 gap. So how do you want to make that jump to the other side?
This seems like, I mean, I'm not saying that this is a deadlier drop, but it looks like a deadlier drop on this map than the other ones.
Yeah.
Can we help each other across? Like, so can we
Sure.
like boost the first person over and then
Yeah.
and then
Be there to
they can help
catch
catch people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, who's gonna jump first? You guys want to boost me over first? Show off. I'm ready to go.
If you want to go first, that's fine. Yeah, we'll boost you over.
Yes. We must
my
go towards
my
the
body. I might be at a disadvantage with one arm for the boosting.
I mean, Nicole and I, Nicole's very strong. Well, we got it.
Okay.
Okay. Do I get am I adding positive dice then to my roll?
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
And he's like, if he's like helping you like with his own strength, you can add his strength to the.
Oh, cool.
Too.
Also, what about my cat talents?
But,
are my cat-like talents gonna help me?
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's just a cleaner landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a blade.
This is like a narrative game in your tags. You can argue for including it in the test. Some of my friends call this like the BS system. Just
absolutely.
BS your way to It's kind of well.
I love a mechanic where it's like justify it.
Yeah.
It's in Hambone systems
fill the plot hole in
justify. Yeah, fill the plot hole. Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm gonna jump. Here we go.
Whoa!
I'm gonna make an effort and jump real hard.
Well, I give you +2 also.
You give me 2? Okay, then I'm good. Then I get I roll 2 positive, and I've got a 1 body, and then you give me 2, and it's a 4. So I've got a +1. I make it.
I think it's a difficulty 2, so you do not.
Yeah,
difficulty.
Yeah,
2?
the difficult 2. How?
Well, I got a 1, so I'm dead.
Wait. What was your highest negative dice?
4.
4. Okay. Well, what's your highest positive
2.
dice?
I haven't rolled more than a 2 positive the whole. I swear to.
So you started at 2. So yeah,
I threw a
gave you
boxcar
+2,
once
you
on
had
like a.
Wait. You have one. How many?
I've got 1 in
dice
body.
You roll it?
Tony gave me 2 in body. I rolled 2 positive die and 1 negative die, and I got 2 2s on both positive dies.
So
I got a 5.
Go ahead and make an effort now.
Yeah. So like in midair,
Well,
midair, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it.
Normally, you can't do effort after you roll dice. You have to make effort like before you roll dice.
Fall down the hole. I mean,
generally, when I do that, in my games, I offer someone can try to help you before you fall, but if they fail, they fall with you. So
this is where my recklessly loyal trouble comes in. So
I wrote an article about it saying that when do you not kill a player? When you can kill 2,
So, yeah.
So Diego's like, I don't want to just kill a player because that kind of ruins the game. I kill all the players.
You know what I mean.
That's an epic ending, That's not just okay.
Because if I kill all the players, then we can just start a new game right away.
I love that in reality, this is just like the tribe is watching these three people. We all like drank some tea and then went to sleep.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just died.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and like you just like they're watching Tony quietly be like, in his dreams.
Well, yeah, the idea of the adventure is that you you can play as the people die, but you can play as that if you fail the adventure, if you die there, not that your character dies, but they decided they're
like
not going to
leave.
continue
Yeah,
that
they didn't.
adventure.
Yeah.
They saw their future as something green and just does go back to the tribe. It just stays there and don't become this type of people that go.
I mean, if you both die, I've got a great ending beat.
All right,
a great beat to end on. So
let Colin roll some die.
Yeah, I'm gonna be recklessly loyal and attempt to grab the falling.
Yeah.
What was young magician?
Like what were you trying to do? I would imagine something like a reflex something, so it would be a body test just to grab them before they fall down. But if you have something different you want to try for some sort of attribute, I don't know.
Is one arm your trouble, or is one arm just a note?
Yeah, one arm is just a note. Okay. But I've got a trouble. My trouble is
your trouble is loyal.
Yeah. Recklessly loyal.
Yeah, I love it.
So would that be 1 or 2 positive dice?
When you're triggering your trouble, Diogo, is that a negative dice or a positive dice?
Yeah, I would say negative because you're doing reckless things, so you can probably fall down. So if you have any other
get XP though.
Yeah, you get XP, but yeah. But if you have anything like I don't know, reflect something, have any other tag that can help you with this or no?
I've got augmented senses, could potentially see where he's falling and and anticipate
and
that.
act quickly because of
I will also point out that balance is a sense. Like you have a sense of balance. And so if your
then I should have rolled another die.
Yeah, you wish. Too late now.
I'm just suspended in midair right now.
Looking back over your shoulder.
That's Matrix.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so
highest positive, highest negative.
Highest positive is 3, highest negative is 5.
God.
Oh crap.
Yeah, and I get a -1 for body.
Felton, do you want to try to save anyone? Oh no.
No, I think the last thing they see is like looking up at me as like black ooze swirls behind me in their superimposed vision as they fall into the depths. I think this is a good stopping point for the dream side of things, but I think we can talk about what happens as we come out. I think my pitch is that Grog. Damn, it's such a dumb name, especially for what I'm about to pitch. Grog Fietti comes out of his thing knowing that his destiny is to consume Thalia. Like he becomes the eater.
It was a supervillain origin story the whole time.
And the idea for this is like this to inform your character. Not you don't come out as you are like mind controlled already, but like you see that this is your destiny.
Yeah, my destiny.
Somehow,
my destiny.
You can try to fight against it, but that would be your destiny.
No,
you know?
I love that. So I think pulling back, we can come out of our experience and talk about what that means when someone dies, as well as when somebody is a horrible, all-consuming monster in their.
I mean that works just as well though for like if you die in like a dream space like this too. So if I come
it's a super cool way to do it.
Yeah, also, and my character's informed now, right? I know all these things about myself. And weirdly, what I ended up without was relationship. So I mean, I could come out just knowing that, like, look, I know that I'm going to like sneakily, lonely, single-mindedly, like chase like the supernatural power, and I know that it's going to kill me. So here we go.
And the idea now is we would do like the cave painting, like a drawing or painting or something as a party, and get like a big sheet of paper and do. And we can do, I don't know, those scary things that Google has. Do we have a link? Can we do that on stream?
I was like already typing in Jamboards.
Yeah, let's do this.
Here, I'll drop a
link for this.
Google...
And you would do something that would represent your experiencing in the adventure, and that would give you an extra experience points. And the idea too is for that mechanic to become part of the game. So if you have an adventure and you go back to your tribe and you make a painting, a drawing as a player and as a character, and you share it with the other players, and you're gonna extra experience point for that. And hopefully, I'm encouraging people to do that and share with the community on the internet, on Twitter or Instagram or something with hashtag Primal Quest and then Cave of Our People. And
I just dropped the link into the Discord for everybody. And
hopefully, I will make like a web page called the Cave Wall and put drawings of people that have done that and like part of the game community.
What does the GM do while we're all drawing our cool stuff? Do you get to draw something cool?
Yeah, of course. I know. It is for the players, but yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna start. I'll pop this up. Let me put it up so people can see our cave drawing in real time. If anybody has recommendations in the chat for what things they think need to go on our cave drawing, feel free to drop those in. We may just totally ignore you, but if there's a moment about our horrible reality that really stood out to you, feel free, toss it in. We'll see about adding it in.
How do I change color?
I made a slide for everybody too.
Oh wait, I need tree color, tree branches, angry dead tree. Ooh, it looks like a claw.
I love, like, and I know this is a part of it, but I love the cave painting concept just also because, like, it lets you totally avoid how good does this need to be, right? Like,
yeah.
This is a weird collaborative thing that we're doing very like quickly and easily.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
I had to reload.
Yeah, I did too. Lost some of my roots.
Oh no. Let's do some blue river water. A bit of a Jesus vibe.
Also, everybody's only able to see mine right now, so they can just see yours after.
Oh, nice.
They can just see what I'm seeing. So y'all get to do more of a reveal. Whereas I've got.
That's so cool. I'm going to take a picture of this.
Freaking red pen. Fire. Fire!
The paint thing layers really interestingly.
Colin, you're did you draw the crystal and stuff?
No, that's
is that Tony?
That's really good.
That's me, the crystal. And
nice.
That's
sick.
Really good.
There's no.
I'll get in there now. I was testing out my concept on another page.
Hey, Tony, this is a family stream. I don't know what you think you're drawing there, bud. I'm watching the YouTube screen
You
now.
know exactly what I'm drawing.
Yeah, the vagina of Sauron. Yeah.
Exactly.
The cloacas. Oh man.
That's cool. Can I save this afterwards?
Yeah.
I need to do one glowing life fruit. Melon.
And the idea is that these elements that I present in this adventure will be part of other adventures in the campaign modules and stuff, and they represent some of the factions of the setting, some of the stuff that's already happening, like in a sandbox game.
Yeah.
In the campaign I'm playing, the village to the north has been attacked. They have repelled the first invaders, and then they are preparing to receive another wave of invaders, but the tree has been infected with the ooze, and they're trying to discover how to repel it. And
That was one of the coolest things about the whole thing. Oh, we'll go ahead and do our reaction roll. I should have just done that while we were doing this. It would have made sense. Reaction roll is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game we just played and talk to them about what it was like to play that game. Today we are sitting down and talking with Diogo Nogueira about Primal Quest, which we just finished playing. And currently we're working on our Jamboard for our cave painting on the wall of our communal cave that tells the story about the adventure we just went on. We are using Jamboards for this, and Diego, like you said, this is how you kind of envision character creation going in the future. It's not the quick easy.
It's
way
an option. It's not necessary
character.
how you play, because some people don't like playing this more narrative way of creating character as you go, or like this funnel approach, because you can die during your character creation, basically, right?
Yeah.
So that's an option for you to like experiencing, since the introduction adventure is this dreamlike exploration of the setting in an introductory way. It would be like a self-discovering way to create a character as you go, in an emergent storytelling way of doing things. And I think it's fun. So because you can adapt your character as you go through the adventure, because sometimes you create that character that is very specific for something, and the campaign, like we create a pirate character, and the campaign's in the desert, and you're why, so that's also a way to help you explore the setting, the game, and create a character that will suit your needs for the game.
Well, I had a blast playing. Let's hear from everybody a little bit about their experiences. Also, tell us a little bit about what you draw on the Jamboard, so we can properly interpret it. Let's start with one of my top 26 favorite Alex Murrays. That's our Alex Murray. Why don't you tell people who you are, where you're from, where they can find you online, what it was like to play Primal Quest.
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a actor, comedian, musician, podcaster, editor, jack of many nonsenses. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I am at R Alex Murray all over the internet, anywhere that matters, which is nowhere, and everywhere at the same time. Yeah, listen to the Child's Play podcast, which I do. We make weird music and listen to kids pop, and it's awful. And listen to the Vintage RPG podcast, which I edit. That makes more sense for anyone watching this. Yeah, and then as far as playing, man, I was a blast. I think it was interesting because the die were not helping me. I were very sort of like beating my character up quite a bit. But you know what? He was the kind of character who would walk right into trouble. So that's how it goes. Yeah, I liked it. I'm a really big fan of negative character traits having like impact on the actual mechanics of the game. That was neat. That not just for RP, but for like mechanically making you pick up or put down other dice. And that's interesting how those pools of positive and negative dice grow. And then the funnel's interesting. I think if we did it again, it would make more sense. I that might just be that people haven't streamed in a while, but I feel like at the beginning we were all a little like, okay, we're standing in a room, and it's odd, but really, it's very unique to start out your character creation process in a game with no guideposts at all. Just like, okay, do you walk towards the one painting or the other painting? And it's very shamanistic and primal.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the trip too.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
how I thought. Like you don't know what's happening. You're discovering who you are and what is happening as you go.
Yeah, and we absolutely had a group dynamic by the end of it. Yeah, no doubt. After it's like as a session 0 goes, you actually get like a tutorial along with it, right? You're rolling dice, and that was technically a very exciting and fun session 0, as opposed to just sitting around and like saying who you are and what you do. Yeah.
Alex, before you ask Diogo any questions you have, tell us a little bit about what you added to the jam board.
Yeah, so mine was, I'm thinking about it now, was all falling. I mean, it's just very losing himself into the pit, losing the arcane focus that he picked up almost immediately by not clinging and like leaping before he looked and like losing things down a pit. So I mean, I think it's very much like. So I drew the statue there in the drowning in the pit of ooze underneath the place where the ooze is coming from, the birthplace of the ooze womb, the ooze womb. And then I sort of drew the tree in the background of everything coming in from the top left, and then that's supposed to be one of the tents and a fireplace back in the all the way in the background on the right. Yeah, it was a tent and the tent entrance and a little fireplace back by the river there. Yeah, those are, I think, what really stuck with me. And that's supposed to be one of the life fruits up in the top left, like almost like a sun.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. Now, I mean, now thinking about, God, this is far out. My friend who taught me how to read tarot is a art therapist, and she essentially works with her, like, you draw things and talk, and then after like 8 or 9 weeks, put everything out and like look at your drawings, like a tarot card, and put things together. And it's interesting retroactively. I didn't think about it. I just started drawing stuff. And it's interesting retroactively looking at the cave painting and being like, okay, now I know who this character is. After like just drawing and like just adding the things that were important to me on the adventure. Hey, stop eating my fruit, you womb. That's cool. This is very cool that like at the end of it, you get to just sort of draw and then take a step back and be like, yeah, I think right now my character stands at like, he wants to look into the void. The void is going to look back and he has to deal with that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. And like, that's, I don't know, not who I would have built if I'd have just built somebody.
Awesome. Love it. I've got a lot of comments in the chat. So this is our cave wall painting from it for people who are joining us late. Alex, do you have any questions for Diogo? Otherwise, I may make that our first one.
The one question I did have that was, I think kind of got answered through the play, was like, where does the world exist in relation to us? Like, is it post-apocalyptic or like historic? And it seems like it's just its own.
Yeah, it's its own thing, but my concept of Thalia, it's like a prehistoric world, it's like a primal world, but in the setting, time is cyclical. So that's the past, but the future is also the past too. So if you go to the future, you get to the future, but the future will be destroyed and everything will crumble, and you get to the past and you get to Thalia again. So you can find lost civilizations of the past that are like Manhattan or something, but you get time travelers from the future going back too.
Cool. Did you watch Thundar the Barbarian ever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the first page of the PDF are like
Yeah.
inspirations for the game. So you
Yeah.
have Thundar, you have other
Herculoids
stuff
and
there.
yeah. That's my favorite thing. When I was a kid, Cartoon Network used to rerun Thunder the Barbarian. It was like in 1996.
Yeah.
The distant future. Yeah.
Awesome. Colin, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online, but most importantly, what it was like to play Primal Quest.
Yeah, so I'm Colin, Bioden's Beard RPG on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. I'm a writer, artist, designer, editor of role-playing games. It was a blast playing Primal Quest. Really different, because I've been deep into Karen as a player and creator for the past year, 18 months. So it was a new system to experience. So it was really cool and more narrative than I've had experience with recently. So it was good. It was very creative and helped. I like using the items on the character sheet to flesh out the character as you play and kind of as it developed. That was a really good approach. Kind of a proto session 0. And the Dream Quest side of it was really cool as well. It was really unique and I would absolutely play again.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your contribution to the cave wall painting.
Right. So I had River Weaver leaping to his death, trying to save the young magician. Then the crystal dagger that I picked up from the two crystal, what I assume was crystal possessed individuals. Yeah. And then I drew one of the male crystal possessed individual after he dropped the axe. I thought it got a kind of a Resident Evil tyrant vibe from it, like one massive shoulder and like kind of distorted limbs. So that was my contribution.
Love it. Awesome. Do you have any questions that you want to ask Diogo?
I think I'm really interested in your approach to this because you're setting up Primal Quest as like a hub for a lot of other creators to use. So there's like an open license for it. There was a jam. So it's really cool, and the collaborative side of it I really like the cave painting idea and sharing that out and kind of creating a community through play of the game and like a shared world. Not more of just a comment saying that's really cool, and I admire that approach.
Thank you a lot. And although it doesn't seem because it's kind of more narrative approach, but Karn is inspired by games like Into the Odd too, and it doesn't seem initially the three attribute approach, the simplicity of the system, the inventory system. Some of the stuff is really inspired by this really minimalistic old school approach of Into the Odds, and I consider Primal Quest this what some call the NSR, which would be like a new school reinvention or now school or something. And I want to make games that have this old school feel, just like we basically have a TPK on our game, and but it wasn't like a narrative system. Your characters are really competent. You can do like really great stuff, but it's still challenging. It's still very player driven, and I really want to work with this community building, and I want to make Primal Quest a game line, because I usually make a game and then make another game and make another game, and I usually make games that have a lot of tools that you really don't need a lot of models for you to play them, because they only have really sturdy toolkits for you to create stuff. And I confess I didn't really believe in my ability to create adventures and settings, but somehow I won any award for an adventure I wrote, and then I started believing that maybe I can do this, and so I want to develop this game and develop a world and a series of adventures and collaborate. So I was told about I have the idea to make like alternate settings, so to make like a giant island complex, like a Dino World down, and invite other creators to do some regions of it, just like Isaac Williams made with Mouse Ritter, and invited creators to create adventures for parts of the states. I was one of them, and I think that is a great idea. So I thought, why not steal like an artist and do something like this for Primal Quest? And I mean, always, that's like my life Bible almost. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
so that's it. I want and the idea of the cave painting came about seeing like documentaries about prehistoric ages and how that was like something that happened not only in a region of the world, like all around the world, people would do that. And I had this idea for the ancestor for the adventure, and then choose that in the game to do something like a ritual for the game group that would bind people together. Like RPGs are a social thing, and I confess I don't play much online because I would much rather be at a table with you guys, and I could hug you guys and we could share a pizza or something. And the idea of doing something as a group at the end of the game, like a ritual, was really appealing to me and really thematic to the game. So, I want to explore RPGs getting out of just the table, out of the RPG space, So I have plans for other stuff too, like mixing RPGs with stoicism, and mixing RPGs with education and stuff like that. Yeah,
awesome. I could see playing Primal Quest in like a cave, and then having an actual cave painting on the wall. That would be amazing.
And if you back at the $10,000 level, Diogo will fly you, him, and some other guests to a cave.
I said to Tony, if I had money to go to Gen Con this year, but I don't because economy in Brazil it's terrible. I would totally go to Gen Con dressed as a caveman and just if you came to me and if you pretend to be a dinosaur for me to post in story on Instagram, I would just give you a copy of Primal Quest for free.
Nice.
Which, if we work it out, I'll have copies of Primal Quest and a T-shirt with Diogo's face on it that you can come up and pretend to be a dinosaur for.
Are you meant to do a painting after every session? Is that the general idea?
The idea is that not after every session, but if you go back to your village, to the cave of your people, because that's the idea, you have a cave to do that. You go there and you do that. You get experience points, and the idea also is that if you bring the corpse of your fallen comrades, and you bury that in the cave, and the player can get half of the experience points of that character for a new character. So cool. That would be like ancestor points, actually. So
that's neat. Like a home base. I was just thinking of like if you were going to do a long campaign, like starting off into your actual walls bare, and then like actually painting the room around you as you. That'd be
that's the idea. That's it. Yeah. Well, there is other paintings because your ancestors were there. That's the idea. But this whole section of the wall, it's your group to build. Cool. And having a site to put the cave paintings of everybody that plays and shares it, and allows us to put there would be like a really cool thing to see, like the vision of everybody that's playing the game and sharing their vision of the game. And that would be really cool.
So it immediately, like, doing the cave painting, like, there's a tool called Prezi from way back. It probably still exists on the internet, but it lets you essentially create, it's a big whiteboard, but you can like zoom in and zoom out on it. So it basically is an infinite creative space. And it's designed for presentations to let you kind of move around seamlessly between things. But doing something like that in this, where you could like nestle things inside of each other, would be very cool. And also, like, at a low tech level, immediately think about like convention play and how fun it would be to have like a whole room of people playing it, and then basically be like, there's just butcher paper all the way around the room. And this is like all of our and at the end of this weekend, we're all gonna have we're gonna have this giant cave painting that, you know, maybe hundreds of people contributed to.
We could make a zine at the end of the year of
all the
cave paintings that people that sent us stuff, and we could like something. Yeah,
even just taking the cave painting and be like even that concept, like the cave painting as like, here's the cave painting. Now we're gonna give this to a different group. Like, we're gonna swap cave paintings, and you're gonna play. Like, the GM's
like reverse it.
You guys are gonna play through what you think we did.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And you can like get a game of telephone cave painting going that way, of like just passing.
You've just described civilization and religion.
Yeah.
Awesome. I had a blast playing. I drew this mouth, and then I've slowly taken over the cave painting with these loops of my horrible consumptive ooze mouth. I've become a little obsessed with putting things in my mouth in RPGs. Like, I don't have an oral fixation in real life, but I do have one in RPGs. And a big part of it is I read a book called Delicious in Dungeon a while ago, and I have a game in drafts that's definitely like gourmand dungeon crawling based. But every time I play a game where people eat things and it's important, like even Troika stuff, it's such a weird sensory thing that is very carnal and very primal, which is one of the reasons I was like, it's like eating things is very enjoyable, like is an interesting thing to throw into a primal concept.
It's also a thing that you don't do in RPGs ever, right? Like, it's always just like, we take a long rest and we eat, and we don't, there's never you don't sit and
I eat rations. So I get
unless there's potions, right? People
Yeah.
always like to, whoa, there's potion. What does potion do? I don't know.
Yeah, what does it look like? What does it taste like?
So
let's describe it going
down.
down.
Like, I anytime anybody eats or drinks a potion, it's like, you have to tell me what it tastes like, and then sometimes I don't even know what the potion is. I'm like, you tell me what it tastes like, and then I'll tell you what it does afterwards, right? And it's just like, whatever you describe to me, that's gonna matter. So, you know, if you're like, it tastes like peppermint and rot, I'm like, yeah, that's like a zombification potion. Like, it's gonna heal you, but like in a zombie style, like that kind of stuff. Like, it's
okay.
Like,
I'm gonna try something. It tastes like butterflies on fire.
Right. Like, yeah, that's. I mean, that kind of stuff. That butterflies on fire. That's gonna give you the ability to like create a thermal field around you and allow you to float. For D6 rounds.
So I was going to say, you now have the power of flight, but it is going to burn away at your HP as you use it.
That works too. There's both valid
like
options.
Icarus.
Yeah.
But I drew my weird mouth consuming everything. But it was super enjoyable. I want to kind of echo back like to Alex's statement of like, there's a little bit of like opening confusion, but that's also kind of any RPG. And this
is also when
like,
the drugs hit. That's how it goes.
Drugs hit. But I think there's the reality of that's really helpful, because the experienced RPG player and the new player are actually on even footing at that point in time. There's true onboarding to the experience happening because we're not using those, like, we're used to those mental handholds of sure, we're going to do this narrative process, but I've also already picked out these things. We basically each picked a thing about ourselves. Like one tag, it wasn't even the same tag for all of us. Like, that's it. And now we're can just move through to find out, right? That shifts us out of like the common handholds that we grab onto. And I'd actually say, like, given specifically the context of the ritual that you're supposed to be engaging in, it lets us actually engage in, like, confusion lets us engage in wonder and awe in a way that when we have certainty we won't do, which I think was just a very, very interesting thing, right? Because all of us know how to navigate a fictional space as role players, but we're just used to having more. And so if we were like, there's nothing, there's no stats, we're just going to walk and talk around, all of us would be very comfortable with that. But the fact that we knew we were supposed to be generating it immediately created this dissonance in our brains. that we had to then fight past, and opens us up to doing new and different things than we originally thought. And I thought that was a really kind of cool, because I would not, even being like, I'm gonna eat everything, I was like, yeah, and maybe I'll put one in about like, I'm a maker, like I make things, and by the end I was like, nope, it's just I'm putting everything in my mouth and that's it. Like that's all that character does. And also now potentially they're a destroyer of the world. Like
Yeah,
that's great.
consuming,
That's great.
just like
I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm
like
just a
jumping
consumptive
was
force.
what
It's
ended up being my
perfect
character.
avatar for the.
Because I would never pick like, oh, this is the character that's going to be like the betrayer,
Yeah.
consumer.
Tetsuo character.
Yeah, like that's never a character archetype that I would ever gravitate towards.
But that's so cool. Well, I love this because we never know what's gonna happen with the game. You know, I've played this adventure like 5 times already, and every time it's something completely different.
But I did like you were like Alex, like yeah, other people have tried to pull things out also. Like
Yeah.
good luck. I also loved.
I felt so good about that. I was like, I'm gonna yank this thing right out of it. And the dice were just constantly like,
Yeah, wow, you. Yeah, Tony and Colin weren't so well. Yeah,
But like
That's role playing.
I love the swinginess
yeah,
of the
because
system.
I was trying to say azarado because in Portuguese we have a specific word for people who have bad luck, you know.
What is it?
But it's called azarado.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's something has bad luck.
I'm
but,
sorry, did you say ass hat? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's close to that, but yeah. Well, wow, it was surprisingly. Oh, you not
Yeah.
only rolled bad, but you rolled always a 6 on the negative dice.
Yep. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Fall down a pit?
Take me with you.
If people are playing in campaigns, they wouldn't go back to the beginning for this. They would just enter into the party as another member of the community who had already gone through this. We think it's really interesting. But again, I think for me the value of this is like onboarding. There are parts we didn't go through. The dungeon was really well jaquazed. There's a lot of different routes you can kind of travel through or try to do. There's a good number of loops. I really loved. And I love the moment where like Alex, because I think there were that moment for each of us where like, is this real? Like, is this happening? We don't like. It's very easy because it's again playing with you're used like for ad games you're used to walking through a dungeon and encountering things, and those things may be weird, but they're usually real or intentionally false, as opposed to this, which is playing in a very different space of that's 100% real, except for it's all a dream state. And
It does different stuff to the stakes, you know?
Yeah.
Where
So-
you're like, you know, as soon as it's not like if you die in the dream world, you die in real life, then as soon as we're out of Freddy rules, then
There are
it's all
still
good.
stakes, you know, but as an introduction
yeah.
adventure, yeah, the stakes are there, but
Almost
you
like
have
no wrong
options for it,
answers, as opposed to like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
And they modify your character. They have impacts in the world and the campaign, so they still matter a lot.
I loved it. I had a blast. I think there's some really cool things. I like I don't even have I don't know if you have a good mechanical name for it, because it's not really contested dice pools, because contested dice pools would typically indicate like you versus me, but essentially you're building a dice pool of both good and bad. Fiasco is the only thing I can think of that really plays in that
I
space.
can be honest with you, it feels very similar to the Genesis system from Star Wars, the Fantasy Flight games, but I'm only using the 6s. So
Yeah.
I have the same degrees of success, but with additional consequences, both positive or negative, but I don't have weird dice. It's all using the 6s, and it's the system will only have 3 attributes and a few tags, and that's it.
Also, I hate the Genesis system. I think it's overly complicated, and this was not.
Yeah.
I think I like what the Genesis system is trying to do. I just don't think it. I don't think it makes sense in the context of the settings that Genesis is typically presented in.
Yeah, but I was interested in exploring the way it shows results in a simple way, and I believe I've built something that can simulate that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it does a better job of what Genesis is trying to do in a more approachable manner. And I think one of the biggest downfalls of Genesis is the amount of time you need to decode the information on a dice is a little bit too much of a cognitive load. The 6s basically always adding something, really easy to grab onto. And the math is very, very simple in this setup.
Yeah.
Because you're always just looking at.
My idea here, just look at the highest die from one and the other, subtract. That's it. And you see with your attribute, you beat the difficult. If there is 6, if you're looking for the highest, you will see the 60s. And the 6 have extra effects. So that's it.
Yeah. No, like I said, I loved the flexibility and the way it all worked. Smago's calling out Trophy as having something similar, which is true, but lots of times it's just what is the highest die in Trophy. It's a little bit less of a load, but has some similar things to it. There's a lot of really good stuff here that I really, really like. I've had a game in drafts for a while that I've been thinking about what I want to do mechanically with, and this feels really good for it, so I may steal it. I just rolled to see who's going to win the first copy of ours. Iris, if you are still in chat, go ahead and talk up. If not, I'll roll again. And Make Data Not Lore also won, but also if Make Data Not Lore isn't in chat, they should speak up if they are, but I'll just message them on Discord. I don't know that I'm connected to Iris, so we're going to give them just a second and see if we want to roll for another.
They got in right before me. I wasn't fast enough.
We'll roll one more time because they can always get to Make Data. 7 is. I'm going to probably butcher this name. I want to say it's La Squinda something. La Squina del Roll. If you are still in
La
chat.
Squina del Roll.
Yeah. Diogo, do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. If not, we can get their information and get it to them also too if they're not in chat then. So sorry Colin, sorry Alex, I didn't win.
Playing the game was
come
surprising.
back again sometime. I want to remind everybody we've got a number of streams coming up, but before you do any of that, you should go to ttrpg.link/primalqgame. Check it out. Follow Diogo because apparently I wasn't for some reason over on itch. And check out all the amazing work that he has going on. Tremendous stuff constantly coming out. Really, really excited to see you partnered with Exalted Funeral for this one and some of the other pieces going forward. So I'm excited to see all the things that people have made for Primal Quest, and really hope that Duvelman Dice hops on and works with Black Rainbow to do some sort of cool blacklight poster because that'd be rad. Yeah. With that said, we've got a bunch of great streams coming up this month. We took a 2-week break. We're gonna have another probably about 2-week break this summer also too as I travel for another wedding. But if you have not marked your calendars yet, mark them for the 15th through 17th of July, which is Exalted Funeral Con. I know what you rolled last summer, we are very, very excited to be partnering with them to present. Nice. So that's going to be a big part of our focus for July, but we'll have tons of other actual plays and games. If you love indie, small press, or OSR creations, this is a great channel to subscribe to. You can catch our entire backlog over on YouTube by clicking the links below. Diogo, if people want to follow you or find out more about the game, what's the best place to do that?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Diogo_oldskull. It's skull in the bones in your head, not in the place you learn stuff. And you can find my website at oldskull-publishing.com. And on Facebook, just look for Old School Publishing, and you'll find me there too. And by the way, La Squina del Roll has translated the SRD rules from Spanish. And so if you like to create this stuff in Spanish, or they have also solo rules for the game, you can try playing if you don't have a group to play right away.
Awesome. So Spanish, English, Portuguese, all 3 languages?
Yeah, Portuguese, we have SRD too, and we're going to publish the game in Portuguese too, but it takes a little bit longer because someone has to translate because I write in English.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to make more cave paintings with folks in the future. Get out there and make your own cave paintings. Until next time, we're just going to all wave at the screen until I take us offline. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and playing. Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.